I'd say I know what you mean, Super Grunt, but I've never developed that badly. But that's because I'm still awesome. No, I'm actually kidding. The only times I've really been gotten that bad, and I have, is when I am on medication, for example. When I'm like, oh my god, and I just can't concentrate at all, and I'll just die on like the very first level of Mario Brothers 3. I think I've told that story before. Anyways, hi everyone. Yeah, I'm going to actually wait a little bit to really start going, because I forgot to do the Twitter post. So, mainly this is a quality test. I bumped up my bitrate just a little bit for World of Warcraft. Hey, this is always going to be... You can call me a show-off if you want. You know what? If there's any game I will accept you calling me an elitist, it is this one. I will, without question. Well, I got to start moving. That's when we're going to see if there's any dropped frames. So let's pull up the dropped frame counter and start moving around a bit. Looks like none so far. That's excellent. Always loved Dalaran. One of my favorite cities. Still none. Excellent. Very good, very good. But if you ever want, I argue many times, God, I'm not an elitist. Shut up, shut up. This is the one game where I'll say, okay, fine, you can call me an elitist. Fine. Anyways, hey everyone. What's going on? You know what? I'm going to take this time to tell you guys a story. Is story time okay? Do you guys mind story time? Do you hate story time? You can hate story time. It's okay. It's not an awesome story, it's just a WoW story. Actually, I got a billion WoW stories. Hey, Joven. Hey, Stuart. Hey, everyone. Stretch. Well, okay, check this out. Every single thing I have to show off in this game visually, all the cosmetic stuff, people can argue, well, you just went back and got that when it was easy to get it, right? You just went back when it was, when you were higher level or when you had better gear or whatever. Like, let me give you a direct example here. Give me a second. 135, by the way. I'm really proud of that. But what I want right now is in the R's. There it is. The red Proto-Drake. Now, anybody of you who knows what this is knows exactly what this involves. You have to do all of the... This is the first thing of its type. If I could get the camera bright. Go down, camera. Whatever. You had to do all of the achievements for the 5-mans in the Wrath block when it first came out, when Wrath first came out. And you can go back and do it now, and it's a joke. I mean, I could probably do this in a single night right now. But I got that red Proto-Drake when it first came out, when it was really, 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 really insanely hard. Here, give me just a moment here. Wrath of the Lich King dungeon. Give me just a moment, because if this is in order, which it should be... Here we go, yep. It's in order. Last one we got, this make it count right here. Defeat Guardian Aragos and the Oculus within 20 minutes of Dracos the Interrogator's death. We used to do practice runs for that. And by the way, you can only do that once a day because of the heroic timer, so... Yeah, that took practice, that took effort. Vaelastasz's quick demise. This was insanity. Experienced Drake Rider, that was easy. The Emerald Void and the Ruby Void, that was nightmarish. Etc., 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 right? A lot of these were really, really, really hard to do at the time, and there was a 5-man team of us across like 3 guilds that were just doing nothing but doing these day after day after day to try and get them when Wrath first came out, and we finally got it, and it was just like, yes, oh my god, and it was the most awesome thing ever. So, the catch is, where I'm going with all of this is, I can sort of prove... Well, I can't actually prove, because you can fake achievement timer things, especially since the achievement timer kind of got screwed up when Wrath came out. But, I can really prove only one of my achievements. I can only pull out one thing and say, here, look, this. You cannot argue that I am a bad WoW player because I have this. And if you give me just a moment, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. This. Anybody who has played WoW to any extent or another probably recognizes... Let's get away from this Worgen. It probably recognizes what this is. The Amani War Bear. This is the original one, for anybody who doesn't know the difference in coloration between the old one and the new one. This is the one you cannot get anymore. The patch that nerfed all the raids in BC just before Acclamation when Wrath was coming out removed the availability to get this bear. You could never get this bear easily, ever. The only item in the entire game I have that I can truly point to and say, look, I did it when it was hard, and I have proof. The story time I actually wanted to tell you is about this war bear. This is probably my proudest achievement in all of WoW, this bear I'm riding right now. It's why I still use it to this day. Still no dropped frames, this is excellent. The war bear, okay, the way it works is there was an old raid called Xulamon, doesn't exist anymore. It's been turned into a 5-man. As the people in Dalaran are complimenting me. Okay, Xulamon it was a really awesome raid. It was one of my favorite raids in the BC era. There was some really excellent lore behind it, but I'll summarize it for you. The trolls, the Amani tribe there, were trying to basically sever people's souls from their bodies, and then bind those souls to them to make them more powerful. And they would do this over and over and over with, hundreds upon hundreds of people. And so the priests of the Amani tribe became very, very powerful. And they were doing this in order to become strong enough in order to actually oppose the Blood Elves and start, making war against the other races again. So you're sent in to try and deal with that. Now, as you get there, in the raid, they are about to do another series of sacrifices. And that's awesome, Stuart. I'm glad the stream looks great. So they're just about to do another series of sacrifices. And a timer starts. As soon as that timer goes down, they're sacrificed. Hey, City! What's up? So, at the moment the timer goes out, they're sacrificed, and you fail, right? Every time you beat one of the 4 priests, bosses, the timer goes up by like another 10 minutes or whatever. I forget the number at this point in time. But you get a little bit of additional time on the timer to go and get to the next priest. The whole point is to defeat all 4 priests before the timer runs out. And let's just say that it was a lot harder than it sounds. So, that's how you get the Amani War Bear. You get one. One drops. It's a 10-man raid. This was actually my first raid team in the history of WoW. And I say that to distinguish because, most of the time you think raid, you think a guild raid. This was across 5 separate guilds, including my own, the one I'm in there, those that never were. And, obviously I was the representative from that guild. So was Gary, actually. And all 5 guilds had decided, we just kind of handpicked these people to try and get our bear mounts. Now here's the story time. I know I've been building up to it. I just wanted to explain the format here. Xulamon was basically high tier 5 gear. I don't remember the item level stuff because I didn't learn the item levels until Wrath. But high tier 5. I was in low tier 4 gear. I was in base heroic and Karazhan gear. I was completely undergeared for Xulamon, in my tank suit, because I've always been primarily a tank. And on this character, on Zalash. And so there was another warrior tank who was a bad warrior tank, and who was kind of a jerk. I never actually liked him. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. I've known a lot of bad warrior tanks that give my class a bad name. But anyways, he was basically insisting that because it was a primarily his guild run, because his guild had like 4 of the members of the group, and that was the majority, that he should be able to go and tank it. And he just insisted, and finally one of the people who was going finally just accepted abandoning their slot so he could go. And then he would not shut up about the fact that I was there. Now Gary, who had a great deal of clout over there on that guild, basically was saying, there's no way in hell we're doing this without him. And because Gary's always had my back, and frankly, Gary knows how good I can be. So we get in there, and he spends the entire run just complaining, whining, moaning. Oh god, this tank is awful, this tank is awful. We get to the 3rd trash pack of the bear side, for anybody who knows what I'm talking about. It's the one where it's 2 of the guys, one a mage, one a guy who throws down the invincible totems, and 2 of the guys who hit like trucks. And he dies. So he just starts complaining, in just whining in chat. Not about me, but about the fact that we just wasted our bear run. It's just, oh my god, we're not going to do anything, and we're not going to get anything this time. And apparently it was City. I knew it! I knew it! He was the terrible tank who was awful and stupid. Oh, it makes so much sense now. But no, he was just being a whiny little child about the whole thing. And I didn't die. Gary has... Okay, warrior tanking, especially in BC, was all about mitigation and about knowing exactly which buttons to hit when. It was a dance, is what I like to call it. There's a very complicated dance to it. I was really good at that dance, especially in BC. I was damn good at it. So Gary just says in vent, all of a sudden, I almost said my name. You know, Zalash, do your thing. Because that was always the key word, do your thing. And I was just like, okay. Picked up everything that the other tank had dropped, which was most of the mobs, by the way, because I was undergeared, so I was only tanking one thing. He was tanking 3. Picked up all 4 things, and lived through it, and pulled out the trash fight. No wipe, no nothing. Nobody else died. At that moment in time, that was the point in time that I got a lot of server cred. That was when I started to get famous, quote-unquote. I was actually really well known as a tank on this server. Kargath, by the way, anyone who cares, I don't mind saying that. I started getting really well known as like the tank, the warrior tank on this server for quite a while there during BC and parts of Wrath, because I proved that I was awesome at what I was doing. I mean, again, I could tell you other stories like that in BC. Black Temple. There was another tank who just kept saying, I'm the best geared tank, so I have to tank, oh, what's his name? I suddenly can't think of his name. Hang on a second. Black Temple. Gorefiend. I have to tank Gorefiend. I'm the best geared tank, so I have to tank Gorefiend. And then he died! And it got to the point where the guild, the raid leader was just tired of dealing with the drama of trying to convince him not to tank, so he just told me to always be second on the threat and be ready to pick up when the other tank died. None of this is hyperbole, by the way. None of this is just me being, you know, hey, no, I've got tons of stories. But ultimately, and this is going to sound really weird, but this is not me bragging, if that makes any sense at all. This is me exulting in being good at something. And I know that sounds really pathetic, but of all the games I've played, and there are thousands, there are very few that I can look at and say, I was awesome at that. And just smile, you know, I'm doing it right now, I'm smiling. I was awesome at that. I actually was good at something. And so, World of Warcraft is one of those games I can point to and say, I'm awesome at that game. And it's great. And, you know, it's awesome. And City can't point to anything that he's awesome. He's actually the worst player I've ever seen. It's pathetic. Anyways, so I just kind of wanted to share some of those stories there. But yeah, I've done, you name a hard thing in WoW, I have done it. In fact, I got one for you here. One more story, because we're only about 18 minutes in. I want to give like another 5 minutes before I get started here. Those of you who remember, there was a staff, Benedictus or something like that. It can also turn to Anathema, way back in vanilla. Priest-only staff, right? You had to get the Eye of Shadow and the Eye of Divinity. Anyone remember this? It was a priest-only quest. Benediction, thank you. Priest-only quest. And I was not a priest at the time. At the time, all I had was my warrior, and my paladin, actually. But anyways, I was playing that. My friend Gary was playing a priest, dwarf priest. We were on the Alliance at the time. And he could not do this one section. It was the section where you have to stand there and heal the people escaping from Stratholme while the archers are shooting them. I don't know anybody, how many of you out there have any idea what I'm talking about. But it was a lot harder to do than it sounds, and Gary was just failing it and failing it and failing it and failing it. So he's getting really, really pissed off. I've never played a priest before in my life. This is important. Never played a priest before in my life. I'm just like, here, let me try it. And he looks at me like he's insulted, and I kind of felt bad, because it probably did come across as really insulting, and you know, I apologized to him afterwards. I was like, look, dude, I'm sorry. You're like the best priest I've ever seen. Just let me try it. I just want to try it. He's like, you know what, fine. You know, I've been failing. It's not like it's going to cost me anything except for repair burn. I got tons of gold. Go for it. I did it my first try. And he was, because he let me log on his character, obviously, and he was just shocked. He was just like, oh my god, how did you do that? And I explained my method of healing. I have healer characters. Well, I have every character. My method of healing is visual. I recognize when the animations are being registered to something getting hit, and that's what I use to determine when someone needs to be healed. That probably sounds really weird, and it probably is. I don't actually know anybody else who does that. But anyways, that's how I was able to keep up. And so he's like, holy crap, okay, log off really quick so I can log in and turn in the quest. Okay, no problem, so I log off. Turns out, if you log out, you don't get credit for the quest. You have to talk to the guy, like, immediately within, like, 20 seconds. So, yeah, so then I had to do it a second time. Right after it. And he's like, just turn in the quest, just turn in the quest. I'm like, okay. There, I turned it in. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Zolash. Except I wasn't playing Zolash at the time, you know, Alliance. But yeah, I really do have tons of stories, unfortunately. I've been playing this game for 8+ years. Actually 9+ years at this point, now that I think about it. But, like I said, I'm just trying to get across the mentality here. It's not about, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. It's just about being happy about being good at something. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you do. Whether it's because, you know, you're really good at art, you're really good at writing, or maybe you're awesome at this game, or maybe you make really good music, or maybe you really are excellent as a mechanic, or just whatever, you know? There's something about having that confidence. Having, not arrogance, but confidence, knowing you're good at something, is very, is a very relieving feeling for me, especially since I have such self-confidence issues in general. You probably noticed this. So that's kind of where I'm coming from, and that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. Oh, there you go, City. Oh my God, an actual serious response from him. I'm astonished. WoW. Especially since you can't get it anymore in WoW. But I'm actually really proud of the Undying title. We got it, well, that's not my most psychotic title I got, to be honest with you. Oh, congrats, Harbinger. 1700, okay, that's impressive. I've never gotten anywhere near that good. Ever. Even when I was really doing, my hunter, I once was a beast hunter in BC with a healer shaman. We were a death team, but we never got anywhere near 1700, so that's very impressive. Congrats. Sorry, I got one of my friends talking to me here. This is Michael. Say hi to the raid, Michael. Or raid, wow. Say hi to the stream, Michael. Damn it, Sethos! What did I tell you? But yeah, okay, the Undying title, we got that too. Okay, WoW does a thing, and I'm actually in favor of this, believe it or not, where they will get rid of the ability to get a title or get a mount after a certain period of time. They only do it with some things, but the Undying title is one you cannot get anymore, and I can prove that in case anyone doesn't know, because it's not under achievements anymore, it's under feats. Whoops. Feats of Strength. By the way, I have a ton of Feats of Strength. Another way I can prove a lot of things. Where... Oh, by the way, Veteran of the Shifting Sands. This is basically my only vanilla thing here that I'm actually really proud of. Champion of Ulduar, I'll tell you about that in a moment. Where is it? There's Sulfuros, by the way, and Wind Fury. Tribute to Skill, by the way, my only one I ever got in TOC. Hero of the Zandalar tribe. Oh, there it is, Undying. There we go. Can't get it anymore. Within one lockup period, defeat every boss without letting any member die during any of the boss encounters. In other words, you have to do one run, solid, of Naxxramas without anyone dying ever to anything. And that's actually harder to do than it sounds, and I can tell you why. Kel'Thuzad. He has mechanics that can just plain kill you if you aren't paying attention for a few seconds. Now, if you have a really great run, yeah, it's easy. And I shouldn't say easy. It is easier. We did not have a great group. We only had like 9 people actually interested in the title. So we kept having to pug that 10th person. And, yeah, that 10th person kept screwing it up for us. And it was really, really frustrating. And like I said, only like 2 weeks before this became unattainable, we actually got it. Deadliest Catch from Old Zul'Gurub. I got a ton of these. There's my proof that I was around during the Wrath thing. Champion of the Naru. It's another one I'm really proud of. Old Onyxia. Oh, there's the Scourge Invasion. Hero of Shatrath, hell yes. I got a bunch. Anyways. No, I got one more story for you guys, and then I'm going to start. How many of you people here have done Ulduar? Now, I know at least some of you have, because you recognize the mount I'm on right now. I'm not actually as proud of this mount as I am the other one, to be completely honest with you. But, nope, that's not what I want to do. I want to make sure you can see my name. Where's a good spot to see it? That's a good angle right there. Snarg did Uldor. Oh god, I could barely see that text. CMC Fade. Oh yeah, by the way, where is it? Where is it? Dungeons and Raids. Lich King Raid. Alone in the Darkness. Thank you very much. God, that was insane. Holy crap. Uldor was a brilliant raid. No argument. Yeah, Alone in the Dark. That's 10-man, by the way. I want to make that clear. That is 10-man. Alone in the Darkness. But I'm still very, very proud of that. Ulduar was changing it so you could not get the title. Champion of Ulduar, right? It's that one right there. I've got the proof right there. It's on my name now. Zilash, Champion of Ulduar. That... Hang on a second. Where was that in this damn list? Champion of Ulduar. Defeat each boss in Ulduar in 10-player mode without allowing any raid member to die to that boss. It's the same thing as Undying. It's the Ulduar version of Undying. Hey, Gus Dorn. What's going on? Glad you made it. Champion of Ulduar was being removed. You could tell it's in the Feats of Strength now. You cannot get it anymore. We were doing that achievement Monday night. That Tuesday was when they were putting in the patch to get rid of it, to make it so you could not achieve it anymore. Monday night, I was at Gary's house, actually, on my laptop, just sitting like a few feet away from him in his room. And we were coordinating on Vent, and we were just being completely psychotically serious about this. Oops, let's make it so you can see the title there. Really just locking down. We had people who weren't even on Vent. Pax wasn't on Vent. He was. I was just chatting at him. He'd never done Ulduar before, by the way. Pax is a really good WoW player. He's a good player in general. And I was just like, okay, look, here's what you need to know for this boss. Tap, 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 okay, go! And we actually managed it in one go. Now, I mentioned that because that's why I'm so proud of that title. Some of you who know that title know you don't have to do that in a single run like you did Undying. You could stretch that out. You could just say, okay, you know, we got these 3 bosses this time. Next week we'll get other bosses without dying. No, no, no. We had no time. We were doing it the Monday before that Tuesday. And we were on, whatever the hell his name was. Hang on. What was his name? Hang on a second. Ulduar. Vezax! We were on General Vezax. Gary's on his, druid. A boomkin at the time. And he actually pulled aggro. Now, for those of you who don't understand what that means the boss stopped attacking the tank, who has hundreds of, tens of thousands of health and tons of armor and defense and all that, and went after the guy who's the caster in leather. If he died, he just screwed all of us out of our achievement. Now, fortunately, Gary has really good reflexes. The moment he saw General Vezax turn and start lumbering towards him, he hit cat form dash, he had a macro for it, and turned around and just started bolting away. This was also a problem because General Vezax is immune to taunt. So, myself and the other tank are just going all out on this guy as Gary is running away for his life, literally, trying desperately not to screw up the entire raid's chance at this title, as we're just like, God dang it, Gary, what the hell? And he's like, I'm sorry, I'll back off, I'll start healing. Obviously we did successfully do it, but that was like just a complete clencher moment there. It was just like, oh my god, what are you doing? But that's not the big moment. I'm gonna tell you one more little story, okay? Oh yeah, tanking before vengeance, which I can talk about extensively, to say the least. Where is it? Where is my title? I got a ton of titles. I've done so much stuff on Zilash. This is my achievement person. 13,415 achievements and tons of feats of strength. I got 135 mounts. I've got 293 pets. Unique pets, by the way. This is my I do everything character, for anyone who is curious. What am I looking for? Nope, not there. I'm looking for titles. Where is it? Starcaller, right there. Anybody who recognizes Starcaller? Yeah. Starcaller is from defeating Algalon. Now, you can go back to fight Algalon now to get that title. I admittedly did not get it when Ulduar was new. I admit this. We went back when we had TOC gear. This was before Citadel came out. The reason I am so proud of that... Okay, real quick. Algalon is a super boss. WoW occasionally... Algalon was actually basically the first real super boss. They would introduce optional bosses. Granted, yes, you can argue that Vicidus and Ouru were the actual first super bosses, but just bear with me, okay? Super bosses were bosses that are over there on the side. Don't have to fight them. They give great loot, of course, but ultimately they are there for bragging rights. They are the super optionals. I've used that term for RPGs before. These are the super optionals of WoW. Algalon, most people consider him to be the hardest super optional in his time at any given point in WoW. I actually personally agree. So, the way the fight works is he hits really fast. He doesn't actually hit that hard, but he has a swing timer of 0.8. In other words, every 0.8 seconds he is hitting you for a lot, like 13,000, which is quite a lot at the time. And I'm not even going to describe the other mechanics, but he's got 3 separate mechanics that are just instant kill. If you don't do this mechanic right, if you don't deal with this fight properly, you're dead. And the group's dead. The moment you summon him, you have 1 hour to kill him. 1 real-time hour. Anytime you die... that counts. The timer is still ticking. If you get to the point where the timer runs out and you're still fighting him, he just wipes you and goes away. We had 8 minutes left. We're on our last attempt of the day. Here was the problem. I had a terrible warrior tank as my opposite tank. You do require 2 tanks for this. Absolutely require. And he was just messing up because okay, I shouldn't say he was a terrible warrior tank. He was what we call a tunnel vision tank. Yes, I still raid quite a bit, actually. I enjoy the new raids actually quite a lot, all things considered. He was what I call a tunnel vision tank. I'm sure some of you heard that concept, especially in regards to DPS as well, or healer. They're just focused in. It's just like, okay, I gotta keep aggro, I gotta live. If you give him a job where all he has to do is stand there and live and hold aggro, he's actually really good at it. Because he knows his rotations, he knows the dance. He just doesn't pay attention to anything. What I did, and you can ask both Pax and Gary this, they can verify this story. I had to pull him out to a separate channel in Vent. I was the other tank. I had to be doing my job on Algalon, which was literally the diametric opposite of his job at any given point in time during the fight, and we swapped back and forth, while telling him what to do at what second to do it, with about a 2-second delay because of vent lag. I had to literally talk him through the entire Algalon fight while tanking the other half of it, while accounting for vent delay. And I did it. And that is why I have Starcaller in front of my name. Because I actually managed to pull that off. We were so jazzed that night that we actually took him down. Whew. So anyways, that's my last story time. It's been like 30 minutes now. I think that's plenty of time for the Twitter people to catch up. Thank you, thank you. I know that's a really dumb story. I really am genuinely proud of that. If I could pick a single capital city on both factions to be made into new... Wait, what? Pick a single capital city on both factions to be made into the new primary cities. Which you should pick? Thunder Bluff and Ironforge, just like it used to be back in vanilla, really. Alright, so let's go into my favorite zone. Icecrown. Love this place. Oh yeah. Great music. Love Icecrown. Love the atmosphere. If you say Darnassus, I'm gonna smack you. Undercity. Wrong! No, I never got the time lost. In fact, I actually never really tried. I tried a couple of times, to be honest with you. But I never really seriously tried. However, my hunter does have, oh, what's his name? The lightning warg that's in, like, the same area. I can't think of his name. Darnassus is nice, but has no access to anything. And just kind of out of nowhere, even now, when getting around is so much easier. Am I in 10-man mode? I need to make sure I am. Yes, okay. Okay, I've never tried to solo TOC. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, shoot, I should have set up my land flare timer before I did all this. Because I was just sitting here yammering away. Hey guys, I'm just going to talk stupidly for a few minutes. So give me a moment, I need to set up my timer for TOC. See if I can do this at all. Whoops, no, I want this entrance. So you might see me die a few times. I mean, I remember these fights, but I'm not sure how feasible this is. It was a request, though. And I said I'd do requests. So requests we shall do. Trial of Champions. Goal. Speedrun. I don't remember the name of the bosses. We're just going to look that up. I'm sorry, Trial of the Crusader. My bad. Champions was the 5-man. The Crusader. Weird music. Very weird. Alright, okay. Beasts. That'll be fun. Jaraxxus. I'm not actually too worried about that. Unless he's got a mechanic, I don't remember, which is possible. Faction Champions, that's probably going to be part. I may actually literally not be able to do this because of that fight. Twins is going to be brutal. Anub'arak, if I make it to Anub'arak, I'm not worried about that. Alright. Stretch. Oh my god, Harbinger is killing raiding guilds. Guys, if you see a guy named Harbinger try to join your guild, don't let him. He is the raid destroyer. Okay. I'm actually really nervous about this. This is so not gonna happen. Okay, as usual, for anyone who doesn't catch my thing, I have a few rules. No consumables. No looting, unless I have to in order to advance things. That's basically it, actually. And I start the timer as soon as the boss... I'm sorry, I start the timer as soon as I start the instance, not as soon as I start the boss fight. So as soon as I start the little event here, I'm going to go ahead and save this. TOC, there we go. Bring forth the first challenger, and timer. Alright. I'm gonna die. This is so not happening. Oh my god, I may have to do some of these fights in tank. Do I have sound off? I do have sound off. We can't hear Fordring talking in the background.
Hailing from the deepest, darkest caverns of the Storm Peaks, Gormak the Impaler.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen more world challenges to bring up blood. Waste of time.
Shut up, Garrosh. Pansy ass. We're actually not going to blow cooldowns on this guy. We're going to do that on the next guy. Not worried about this fight at all, by the way. Even with Impale. We'll go ahead and get out of the firebomb, though. Come on. So you gotta kind of back up in order to be able to hit this guy, like I was just doing. And now we gotta do this. Oh shoot, they're bugged out. Oh, that's bad. That's actually really bad. Okay, we'll get our free hit in for healing. Oh, this sucks a lot. Oh god, this sucks a lot. We're gonna go ahead and blow a live cooldown here. I'm hitting the wrong guy first. Wrong guy first. Actually, what I really want to do is get them both dead about the same time, in case anyone's wondering what I'm doing here. Damn it! Ah! Well, another live cooldown. This is so crap. I've got bug frickin' vassals that I can't kill. Insanity. Oh god, yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Or... Oh yeah! No, I'm not. I'm awesome. Can I attack these yet? Oh, I can attack them now. Thank God. Die! Die! Frickin' kobolds. Go away. Actually, snowballs, if you want to get quickly on me. Alright, let's kill this guy. Not that worried about this fight, he just hits hard. Oh, except he does the stun. I actually forgot all about that. But fortunately, he doesn't actually do anything while he's stunning, so that's actually not a big deal at all. The big thing is going to be the massive crash, but that's actually going to work in my favor, because I have a brain. Yep, here we go. And he's going to target me, of course, because I'm the only one in the frickin' thing. Come on, let me move, let me move. Let me move. There we go. Easy peasy. Bam! Physical vulnerability. He is gone. I'm not even going to blow DPS cooldowns. There's no reason to. Goodbye, Isal. Requiescat in pace. Oh, come on, you're just slowing me down now. WoW questions are accepted, by the way. Time! Heal. I know I gotta go talk to that guy, but I'm gonna go ahead and lose some time healing, because I'm a little worried about this. I know I'm getting a buff food, but that's actually a worthless buff food. That's actually why I keep those around. Just to heal. For garbage. What did Chris say? Nothing. I said hello, and he said nothing. Whatever. Next! Next! Yes, let's go, let's go. Who's next? Okay, this cutscene's actually really funny for anybody who hasn't seen it, so I'm gonna shut up for a minute. I love this guy's voice, too.
Thank you, High Lord. Now, challengers, I will begin the ritual of summoning. When I am done, a fearsome doom guard will appear. Prepare for oblivion! Aha! I have done it! Behold the absolute power of Wilfred Fizzleback, Master Summoner! You are bound to me, demon.
Syndra Ghost, a 25 heroic mode. Preacher.
Your arrogance will be your undoing!
But I'm in charge.
I shouldn't laugh, but every time I see that.
Destroy the demon lord before it can open a portal to its
Oh, gotta back up, gotta get ready. Here we go, here we go. Now I'm blowing cooldowns on this guy. Because this is basically just a race, just pure on a race. I can't deal with any of his mechanics in any way, shape, or form except to just kill him. Can't deal with his ads, can't dispel him, can't do anything. All I can do is kill him. So we're just burning. 4.2 million health, that's actually quite a bit. And you notice he's actually outpacing me. We are going to do this, however. She hurts a lot. Actually, we're going to go ahead and kill her. Go away, Mistress of Pain. Thank you. That will give us a heal. Zam! Come on, get me into execute range. There we go. Oh, jeez, that's starting to hurt. So you got 5 stacks now? God. Timer.
Your world is doomed.
The loss of Wilfred Fizzlebang, while unfortunate,
I guess I should actually go ahead and loot, because why not? Money. No reason not to.
You are victorious, and now must face the next challenge.
Lions, dogs, you summon
I'm getting low on pound cakes. I need to get more of those soon.
a horde.
Yeah, you can, Third. You're absolutely right. If you just kind of hang around and watch, you'll see every single one of these guys. Fizzlebang, obviously, not Jaraxxus. Iridar Lord of the Burning Legion!
Everyone, calm down. Compose yourselves.
Come on, let me start the next fight.
At play here. The warlock acted on his own volition, outside of influences from the Alliance. The
tournament must go on.
Am I? Nope, still no dropped frames. Oh, here we go. I should have been over here.
Hey there.
Now this is the fight I'm most worried about. This is the fight I may just plain not be able to do.
Defeating them will you be deemed worthy. Our honor has been besmirched.
We never do DKP. Well, okay, my guild has never done DKP. My guilds, I should say. One on both sides.
Allow my champions to
But I have been in guilds that use DKP before. In vanilla. Not sense.
I will allow it. Fight with honor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, we got the Paladin. Oh, that's bad. Paladin, Druid, Mage, Warrior I can ignore, Death Knight I can ignore, Hunter I can ignore. Oh, this is gonna suck. This is a bad combo for me. Alright. Here we go. Blowing everything right off the bat. Ah, and I'm disarmed. Oh, that's bad. That's so bad. That's so insanely bad. Am I undisarmed yet? No, 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 there! Fleck. Oh god, I hate this combo. Druid and Paladin. This is bad even when you're doing this normally. And they just blew heroes up. No, I'm not feared. I'm a warrior. I don't get feared. That's not how that works. You can slow me all you want. That's not going to stop me. I got this. Healers are dead. This is over. Okay, sure. We'll kill you because you have to be here. I'm sorry, that was actually a shaman. My bad. Just as bad, though. Druid would have been worse, actually, now that I think about it. Just going to kill you because you're here. There's no rush now. I'm good. I got this. Just reduce the amount of damage I'm taking so my natural healing can catch up. Oh, I hate it. I hate it when mages blink. That's okay, because I can deal with that too. Root me all you want. You can't blink for 6 seconds. Bye! I have PvP'd a bit, if it's not obvious. Now, I'm trying to avoid that trap, and I think I failed, but whatever. Oh, nope, that's not a proper deterrence. Or maybe it is. Oh, there we go. Timer!
Future brings for the Horde.
Shallow and tragic victory. We are weaker as a whole from the losses suffered today.
What achievement did I just get? Kill all the enemy heroes within 60 seconds. I think I'll take that. I'll take that as a victory. Don't think we've ever tried for that.
Ahead. The Lich King awaits us all.
Let's go ahead and use bandages this time. Alright, this next boss may have a mechanic I don't actually remember that may make this impossible. I don't actually remember how this works. I've tanked this many times, I've healed this many times. Never actually DPS'd it. So, we'll see. Ooh. Mr. Pandaria is awesome, in my opinion. That is, of course, my opinion, but I do very much enjoy it. I think the questing is awesome. I think the new dungeons are awesome. I think everything is awesome about it. Alright. Let's do this.
In the name of our Dark Master,
I'm really worried about this, actually.
the Lich King, you will die.
Really want the camera far out as I can. In fact, let's just really do this. There we go. Blow this now. They are hitting me really hard. I may not be able to do this in DPS. Alright, we want to get hit by white. White. Why? Because we're attacking dark. Also, that's I just kind of arbitrarily chose. Honestly, not a big reason. Oh, there's a white right there. And a white. And another white. Oh, there's one over there. I can make it. Oh god, they did their big attack. That's okay, that's actually easier to deal with than the other ones. Any other whites around here? No. I'm not doing good about catching those. God, this hurts! Oh my god! Wait. Actually, you know what? I guess I don't want to get anything, do I? Because that's just going to increase the damage I take, even though it's increasing my DPS. So let's be safe. Let's do safe strats for once. Because these guys, girls, really hurt. And whoop, 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 whoop. Oh god, switch to dark, switch to dark. There we go. I know a lot of people who would not know how to switch properly for that sort of thing, even with raid warnings on, and they'd just be like, oh, what a die! Timer! Oh, ooh, I love the graphic on this sword. That is so awesome that that dropped. I'm gonna keep that for transmog. This Yui is completely modded. If there is any part of this Yui that is the default, I don't know about it.
A mighty blow has been dealt to the Lich King. You have proven yourselves as able-bodied champions of the Argent Crusade. Together, we will strike against Ice-Crown Citadel and destroy.
I'd just destroy City in PvP, by the way.
There is no challenge that we cannot face united.
Oh, oh, it's me. Hey, me. What's going on?
You are hopelessly outnumbered. Lay down Frostmourne and I will.
Right, I'm actually playing Salash. I gotta roleplay properly.
The Nerubians built an empire beneath the frozen wastes of Northrend.
No, I've actually modded the minimap. It doesn't look like it, but I have.
Built your structures upon
No.
of your fallen champions will be mine.
One of the most awesome boss things ever. Boss entrances, I guess is the word for that. It's not even a boss entrance. He's not the boss. Oh, I know. I really, really wish Ajol Narub had become the raid, the zone, and then the raid that it should have been. Okay, I'm a little worried about this one. So we're blowing cooldowns right at the bat. I don't have an ability to deal with the frost spheres. I can't kite properly. I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get rid of the ads. I'm going to try. Please don't have that much health, ad. I don't even remember how much health you have. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's bad. Ah, oh, fortunately I got out of it. Come on, come on. This is a pure race. I can't out-mechanic him as a warrior. I can't withstand his mechanics, so I just have to kill him before he kills me. I think I've got this, though. That's the hard part. Oh, that's also the hard part. Okay, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. Come on, 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 come on. God, we were down to the wire here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, got him! That was very, very close. Holy crap, that was close. Wow, didn't think I was going to make that. So, okay, just a bit of explanation as to why that last little bit. When he enters his final phase, he starts leeching percentage damage from you. In other words, the more health you have, the more health he will regain. There's this really careful balance you have to keep between healing the raid and DPSing him so you don't heal him that much, because it's percentage health. In other words, not percentage of your total, percentage of your current. Oh. Oh my. So it was just pure on race execute spam with both cooldowns perfectly cycled, thank God. But I managed it. 16 minutes, 8.9 seconds. Which is a new record, obviously, because I've never successfully done this before. Whew. Okay. Anything cool looking? No, I can't use crossbows anymore. No. No. Whatever. Money. Alright. Somebody requested 10 men Naxxramas, so that will be next. So anybody wants any questions, now's a good time while I'm getting over to Naxxramas. And I gotta set up this thing for that new edit. Naxxramas. Goal, speedrun. City has decided to kill me. I knew it. I knew it. You just can't help but kill people, can you, City? Just can't let it go. Give peace a chance, man. Whoops.
Be quick about your business.
Okay, you know what? Let's just do this here. Okay, I want to keep the sword. So, don't really... Oh, yeah. So, fun fact. I had decided when I logged on that the springtime stout I got here from being part of the Brew of the Month Club, I was going to drink if I successfully did Trial of the Champion. So, glug, glug, glug. Whee! And I'm going to fling the bottle at... I don't know, who should I fling it at? I don't know, I like all these people. I don't want to fling a bottle at any of them. No bottle flinging! No, I'm not, City, because I know how to not PvP flag. In fact, I got a story about that, if you care for me to bore you with it. By the way, that's my bank. I'm a bit of a hoarder, but that's because every single one of those items is something you either can't get anymore, or I had to work a lot on. I also have a lot of cosmetic suits in here, as you can see. Tier 1, tier point, tier... I actually have... Where is it? There it is. I have the whole heroism suit, which, as you may or may not be aware, you actually can't get anymore without doing the, oh, what's it called? The Darkmoon Fair things. But I actually have the heroism set. And a whole bunch of, you know, awesome items over here. There's my Thunder Fury, by the way, in case anyone doubted me. And, consequently, there's my Sulfuros. Demise. I got tons of stuff in here. You name it. I've got Quel'Dollar, in case anyone actually was curious about that one. This is my old tanking weapon. Last word. Love that thing. Beautiful tanking weapon. Stretch. What else do I have that I could really show off in here? I've still got Necrotic Ruins. I bet most of you don't even know what that's from. The Flute Trinket? I didn't keep that, no. Because I kind of had to be picky about keeping... I don't know if you can see this. I have 2 slots free in my bank. I have so much stuff in here. I have another really old thing. I've got some new things in here, too, obviously. The Titanium Seal of Dalaran, by the way, for anybody who knows what that is. I always keep huge snowballs around. The Mini Monobomb, can't get that anymore. Scepter of the Shifting Sands, by the way, in case anyone doubted the fact that I did that. Hey, Athuro, what's going on? Diary of Weevil. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Do I have it on me, or do I have it in the bank? I should have it in the bank. Where's my food? There it is! Dirge's Kickin' Chimeric Chops. That's actually the same thing as the Scepter, but just thought I'd show that off, because I'm actually really pleased with that, and I have that recipe. Hell yeah. Anyways, I got all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna stop showing off now. And I'm just gonna fling a bottle. Pacha! Okay, okay. Alright, let's decide here. Let's do Abomination first, because that's the one I'm most worried about. Then we're gonna do... Let me think about that. Spider's easiest. Let's leave that for last. So we're gonna do Abomination, then we're gonna do Military, and then we'll do Plague, because that's gonna be a joke. And then we'll do Abomination, Spider last, because that's also gonna be a joke. But I am most worried about Plague of the 4 wings, and we'll see how this goes. I need to look up bosses. What did I decide? Plague, Military... no, A-Bomb, Military, Plague, Spider, so... That would be... Speedrun. First boss is gonna be... Patchwork! Everyone remembers Patchwork. Patchwork... Kel'Thuzad, make Patchwork his avatar of war. And then we're gonna have Grobulus. Always a fun boss. Liked him back in the day. In the 40-man, he was insane. Who's after Grobulus? Actually, Thaddeus is really, really hard to solo. I can do it. I have done it, but I'm actually... It's hard to solo, mainly because the first phase of the fight. You'll see what I mean when I get there. Is there a... Oh, yes, Gluth. Gluth is also a bit of a pain to solo as a warrior. You basically have to DPS him before he kills you. There's really no other way around it, because his Devastate... Or not his Devastate, his Mortal Strikes, or whatever it's called, will stack to the point where you will die, and there's nothing else for it. I will not kill Mr. Bigglesworth. I love cats. Whoops. Aimed a bit wrong here, because I'm looking at something else. Okay, Thaddeus. And then next we're doing Plague. No, we're doing Military next, which is going to be, Resuvius? Structure Resuvius. And then... boring guy. What's his name? The Harvest... Gothic. Gothic the Harvester. And, who's after Gothic? It's just the 4 Horsemen, isn't it? 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Oh, good thing, Grote. I'm glad your drive went smoothly. Oh, I love the music in this game. Have for some time. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope you guys enjoy most of this. I'm actually having a lot of fun here. It's nice to be playing a game I'm actually good at, instead of a game where I'm constantly cussing myself out because I'm doing so terribly. Mega Man X. And FF6. Even FF6 I was doing poorly. Hey, there's an Alliance person down there questing. Hi, Alliance person. Hi, Mage. Looks like a Draenei Mage from here. You just did Frost Nova on absolutely nothing for no reason. That's okay. I'm not going to kill you because I can't. Okay, see you around, Javan. Okay, who am I doing next? I'm doing Plague next, which is going to be... What the hell is that guy's name? Oh, God, what is his name? I should know this. Noth. The Plaguebringer. And then, Hagen. I actually was one of the only people I knew who could do Hagen's dance perfectly back in the day. They used to basically say, you know, Zalosh is always tanking Hagen, or Frozen at the time, back in the Alliance and back in Vanilla, because I knew the dance, and I was really good at it. Okay, Hagen, and then, Loatheb. After Loatheb, we're doing, Anub. He's gonna be a joke. That's why they call him the Noob. What the hell is her name? Lady Spider Chick. What the hell is Spider Chick's name? I'm actually gonna look this one up. This is the only one I can't think of here. Whoops. Move this a bit so I can see. What is Spider Chick's name? Ferlina. And then Mixna. I didn't have to look that one up. A lot of bosses in Naxxramas. Huge, huge raid. This is actually going to be a long one. I mean, most of these raid time speedruns are like 10, 15 minutes. This one's probably going to be a little bit longer. And then Sapphiron, which is going to be an absolute joke. And then Kel'Thuzad, which is going to be a race. Save. Save. Nax. Alright, alright. Got that set up. Now, I'm not going to start the timer immediately. Not until I'm actually ready. Yeah, WoW does eat some of my bandwidth. It should go down when I'm in a raid, because I'm the only one here. Doesn't have to monitor other people and stuff like that. Make sure I don't have anything else going on. Nothing else going on, nothing else going on. Close this, close this. Alright. Timer start. Let's do this. Now, this very first boss is actually going to be pretty brutal as a DPS. There's actually no joke there. You'll notice I'm actually bothering to kill in my way. That's because it's actually really irritating to skip this trash. Possible, but irritating. But it doesn't matter, because once you aggro Patchwork, he aggroes mobs and drags them to him. So, it is, given how hard Patchwork hits and how much of a DPS race this is, which I suppose is ironically appropriate since it's Patchwork, I'm only going to be leaving a couple of these guys alive, and I'm going to be doing that on purpose. So we need to take these out. I'm leaving those two over there alive. If I do this right, they should be the only ones that come. And they will enable me to heal in the middle of the fight, because I'll be able to kill them and get a victory strike off of them. Not burning my Blade Storm on these, waste of time. In fact, I'm not even going to bother killing the rest of these. I'll kill them when they get to me. I'm going to do this, though. Plunk. There we go. I used to hate Patchwork, but that's because I used to heal and tank him. Not at the same time, obviously, but, you know, those are my primary jobs regarding Patchwork. And jump! I didn't make it. Ah, it's irritating. Whatever. Well, and since I didn't make that jump, we're just gonna go ahead and do this then. Oh, don't mind flay me. Are you kidding me? Thing. It's not like it does any damage. All you're doing is slowing me down. We're gonna go ahead and blow it here. Because we've got a couple of slimes that have caught up. Just a couple. Oh, no, we didn't actually. Damn it, I thought they tricked me. Heal a bit. Just a bit. I'm gonna get rid of this so I can get into combat. Alright. Oh, I believe you. Especially since at this at that point in time, a target being undead actually mattered to a Redderton. I may not even have to stop to heal. That would be awesome. Now, in general, I prefer fighting Patchwork on the other side of the Frogger game. How many people here know somebody who fails at the Frogger game? Oh shoot, he's getting close. Oh, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Low in DPS cooldowns. This is just a pure race. Nothing else for it. He has got 4.3 million health, if you've been paying attention. That's actually more than some of the bosses I was just fighting in a raid that's 2 tiers past this in total progression and gear. That's a lot of health, and he is just wailing on me because he still hits like a truck. I'm actually eating his hateful strikes and his regular strikes. That's why he hurts so badly when you're soloing him. This is basically one of the biggest obstacles to soloing Naxxramas right here, just because of his hateful strikes and his regular strikes, which already hit really hard. You'll notice I'm saving my live cooldowns. That's because when he gets down to 10%, I believe it is, he starts hitting even harder, and it's very possible for him to wipe you even if you've got him that low. Speaking from experience, because I have soloed Nox before. And here it comes. There we go. We'll just blow him now, to be safe. Yeah, there we go. Timer. Alright. Hey, Ojunix. What's going on? Theru, I am so sorry. And I'm sorry, Groat, that you failed at Frogger. I knew several people who used to fail at Frogger. Several people. Alright, where's he at? He is right there. We're going to be psychotic. Daring strats go. Pulling him pulls the entire room. This may actually kill me. But daring strats go! Oh yeah! Oh, that was the thing of beauty. I actually had to blow 2 cooldowns to 3. No, 2. Yeah, 3 cooldowns to make that work, in case anyone thinks I was just being cheap. But that was actually really fun. Oh, stretch. Oh, it's okay, Najunix. I figured you just were so mad at me for destroying Blackwing Lair before the servers went down. And... time. You'll notice I'm not looting at all here. There's nothing in all of Naxxramas 10-man that I want at all. Yes, this is a raid. This is a 10-man raid from Wrath of the Lich King. Now, I have to heal for this next fight. This is the other... it's funny, both of the hardest things, really, are in this wing. Patchwork, you already saw that fight, and Gluth. Gluth is going to be... Gluth is actually usually worse. Let's go ahead and get my daily food.
I'm growing a beard.
He's growing a beard, guys. What is perpetual leftovers? I've never seen that before. Oh, cool. That's actually a group healing thing. There's no buff to it or anything. Well, I'm going to use that. There we go. Oh god, it doesn't run out. Oh, that's so awesome. When was that added? Does anyone know when perpetual leftovers was added? I've never even seen that before. It's like a 30-minute perfect, I will always heal forever. That is so awesome. Okay, I'm wasting time. I'm on the timer here. Let's get adjusted because I hurt. And then we sit up straight. Come on, back. Work with me. Okay, there. I'm actually doing this wrong. I need my favored pet out here. There we go, get my Phoenix Companion out. I got this way, way back in the day, and when Magistrate Terrace first came out, and I've been using it ever since. This is Nethermist, my little Phoenix. She is actually named for my mage back on the Alliance, who I have now lost. Gotta wait. There we go. Like I said, full on race. Fight him backing up. Do not blow cooldowns yet. There's those mortal wounds already stacking up. Those mortal wounds reduce healing by 10% each stack. It is basically impossible to avoid him stacking those up as a DPS, so... we're gonna wait until he eats his first chow. There's also basically no way... I mean, I don't have the DPS to kill him before he starts eating zombie chows. So we gotta do a little trick. Little trick, little trick. There we go. I think I'll get him after he eats this next chow. Because he's already in execute range. And I'm gonna be able to keep him in execute range. Like so. Timer. Excellent. That went very smoothly. Hey, the Cloak of Darkening. Behold, the ugly cloak! Sorry, I just wanted to show that off. I should stop screwing around. I actually am doing a speedrun. My character is in Godhood in WoW lore. What are you talking about? Zolosh has done everything. Zolosh has saved everyone. There is not a single town in the entirety of the game that does not owe me their existence. What's MH? Yes, I've done archaeology. I've mastered archaeology. I've finished it. I've done it alls. Okay. I always go with the left side. It's a little easier for me. No, this cloak is actually from Black Temple. This sword is from Sunwell. Armor is from Black Temple. Helmet is from Ice Crown Citadel. What else we got? Boots are from Citadel. Leggings are from Black Temple. Belt and gloves are from Citadel. Breastplate is from Black Temple. And I guess that's it. God, is he here yet? There he is. There he is. Just waiting for that. You gotta kill these two guys within, I think it's 10 seconds of each other, something like that. Basically at the same time. It was always one of the hardest parts of doing this fight. Actually, that's a total lie. The hardest part of doing this fight, I'm sure people already corrected me on chat, was making sure people did their polarity correctly. Although some people also might be correcting me. Made it. Is making that jump. I've actually never failed that jump. That's not a joke. But I know people who have. A lot. I know people who rate failed it so regularly, they didn't even try not to. They just said, whatever. And, would, you know, like float across or whatever. Or go into cat form or hit sprint. You know, there's a couple of tricks that certain classes can do to go through this. But now that I'm here, this is a joke. This guy's absolutely nothing. He doesn't hit hard at all. I'm just hitting the target dummy at this point. I'm saving cooldowns because I'm going to want them for Resuvius. He's next. He is going to be hard. Resuvius, again, is a race. Just a pure on race. He hits really, 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 really hard. Anybody who knows the Resuvius fight knows how dangerous soloing Resuvius is, even now. Taking out someone who can hit for 70k, even with this kind of health save, or time, rather. Yeah. Alright. Zinrock. Yes, I do have Zinrock. Where's military? Where's military? Southwest. I went the wrong direction. I went totally the wrong direction. Okay. Yeah, shut up. Is this military? Yeah, this is it. Here we go. Ooh, alright. I have not done the Black Temple yet. I've been doing the requested stuff first. Not gonna bother with you yet. Shut up, Blamoo. I can get one more pack. Or they could disarm me. Well, in 2 seconds they'll be dead anyways. There we go. Die, die, die. Everyone dies. You get a death. You get a death. Sorry, I don't know why I keep quoting that. I'm actually quoting Penny Arcade, or rather, whatever the heck his name is. I just know how to say his name. No, I did a trial of the Crusader before this. Quite successfully, I might add. I was very, very pleased with that. Sometimes you can sneak by these guys, most of the time you can't. But at least you can sneak by the other ones. Oh, Mount Hyjal! Oh, I could do Hyjal. Hyjal's actually not too bad to solo. A little bit slow. But I can do that, yeah, sure. I will add Hyjal to the list. Only one dungeon requested by anybody. That would be Scholomance, for those of you who are not aware. And we're going to go take out this trash patch, because sometimes they cause me problems. This is not Zinrock I have equipped, by the way. This is the sword from Sunwell that you get off of Kil'jaeden. Good two-hander. I can't even think of its name right now. I need to heal for this guy. And I'm out of... Damn it, I'm out of... Okay, what do I want to burn on this? I really should... Remind me to stock up on food after Naxxramas. Please. Remind me, because I'm actually out. I am not doing Ruby Sanctum again. And you know why, Pax. Scholomance is just a cool instance, I mean, really. You'll notice I'm actually starting on the understudies, because I need to minimize the amount of damage I'm taking, and I can kill them very quickly. See how quick that was? And we're actually going to leave him alone now, and use him for healing. All DPS cooldowns, let's do this. He's got 3 million health, and he hits much, much, much harder than I am. You see how much that hit I just took? That is why I need to be in a hurry. I may actually die. I mean, even now. Most of the time when I solo Nox, I actually go to tank for this. I'm actually being really stupid by not, but I'm going to try. Come on. I'm getting really bad luck on crits. Come on, give me into execute range. If I get into execute range, I got this. There it is. Oh, yeah! Come on, come on, come on, before you do it again, before you do it again. Gotcha! Whew. That was close. No, it is actually absolutely impossible for me to do the Lich King or Syndragosa solo, due to mechanics. I have two-manned Ruby Sanctum, by the way. With Pax, actually. That's why I told him no way in hell. We barely did that. We just barely did that. By the way, you're referring to Cataclysm. I actually have that sword, Ethereal. I'm assuming you're referring to the two-hander. It's an awesome sword. I used it for my other suit before I switched to this suit, because I thought the Sunwell sword suited this suit better. That was hella fun. I can't believe we did that. Actually, Octavian Pax doesn't play anymore because he's lame. I mean, because he's broke? I don't know. I don't remember what his excuse is at this point in time. Go ahead, Pax. Tell him your excuse. No excuse. Got it. I actually don't blame Pax for not being subbed right now. Those of you who are around at Mist of Pandaria's launch, they did one thing. I like Mist of Pandaria. I speak its praises. I really do. But they did one thing very, very wrong. They did Ulduar, and no, I cannot. Mimiron is not possible for me to solo. Anyways, the daily grind at Mist of Pandaria's launch was bad. And he and I both got pretty burnt out pushing our way through that. It has since been improved. Those specific dailies have been improved for alts and stuff. And their design for further alts and further stuff has been improved, thank God. But it's unavoidable fact that, you know, when it was new, it was pretty damn boring. And yeah, we both got pretty burnt out on that. And he basically bailed right after that. Right after 5.1 came out, we did the whole storyline, which was awesome, mind you. And then it was like, okay, it's time to bow out for a bit. Get a break in. Now, I'm going to be really bored. There's like no way to speedrun this boss. So, if anybody has any questions, now's a great time for them, because this is just me standing here waiting for the ads to reach me. As I get my pillow a little adjusted so I can rest more carefully. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's much better. Yes, I have 3 Alliance characters. I have, I'll tell you in a moment, Junix. I have a Draenei Priest. She is 86, I believe. Haven't finished the Pandaria quest on her yet. I have a Worgen that I've been enjoying. He's my rogue, and I've been going through the Burning Crusade with him. And I have a Shaman who was waiting for PAX. I believe she isn't actually tied to PAX as of this point. She isn't quest synced. But she was going to be, and we were going to enjoy the Alliance East Kingdoms quests together. The Cataclysm East Kingdom revamp, you know. Hey, Herson. Or Herkin, not sure. Let's go to the Mimiron question. Mimiron is a 4-phase fight. He's one of the most complicated fights in the game, in my opinion. Not the most, just he's up there when I think of complicated fights. His 3rd phase, I could probably manage without too much difficulty. He, excuse me, he makes, he goes into the air. That's really the problem. He goes into the air. I'm a warrior. I don't have ranged attacks. That is actually the problem. I'm not gonna... I catch myself because I was just about to start explaining it like I was a raid lead and you were one of my guys. You don't need to know all the mechanics. He goes into the air, I'm a melee. That's the problem. However, you can make that work in, oh, excuse me, you can make that work in Phase 3. However, in Phase 4, he goes into the air and there's no way to hit him. So I could get all the way to Phase 4 on Mimiron, probably quite easily, actually. And then sit there and never kill him. Now, some of you may be saying, well, you could just hit throw 1,000 times. The answer is yes, I could, but there is a catch. Those of you who know enough to know that should already know that Mimiron, all 3 parts of him in Phase 4 have to die at the same time. If they don't die at the same time, they just get right back up. So I would have to be flinging my little thing, which does like, what, 1,000 damage or something per thing, at his head for like 10 minutes or however ridiculously long period of time that would take to get him down to like 1%, and then turn around and blow down the other 2 pieces, and then go back to flinging my little, you know, pea shooter at the head. No thank you, I'm not even going to try. Not even going to bother. I understand the fight well enough to know it ain't happening. What was that next question? Favorite low-level instance? That's actually really tough. Now, when you say sub-60, I'm going to assume you don't mean Stratholme, Dire Maul, Ubris, Lobris, Scholomance, that kind of thing. So, given that criteria, let me actually think about that for a moment. I've always had a soft spot for the Scarlet Monastery, both old and new. Scarlet Monastery was kind of an end-game thing for a while there. And by for a while there, I mean before the game came out in the beta. And then Sunken Temple was the next end game. That was actually the last, you know, the final dungeon. But honestly, yeah, PAX just suggested one. I'm actually leaning towards that as well. Shadowfang Keep, old and new again, but especially old, was actually really cool, in my opinion, one of my favorites. I also had a particular enjoyment of the Dead Mines, aka Van Cleef. And, trying to think of any ones that really jump out at me. I think I'm going to just go with those 2. Shadowfang Keep and Dead Mines with Scarlet Monastery. Oh, there he is! God, I'm just kind of sitting here. Alright, I have a couple more questions that I missed here. Are there more WoW expansions labeled? Coming, yes. Yes, there are more expansions coming. 5.2, I'm not actually sure, PAX, to be honest with you. Time. However, they are at release candidates, so it's probably either next week or the week after, based on their usual patch cycle. Yes, new expansions are coming. They're already working on the next one as of right now, actually. I named a scored in Skyrim Holy Matrimony. I like that.
Not before we've had our fun.
I've actually switched which character is my main many times, to be completely honest with you. That's partially because I define main a little bit differently than most people do. But my main, insert the quote-unquotes here, has been Zalash since BC, as far as most definitions are considered. And Zalash is the character I'm on right now, if that wasn't obvious. By the way, skipping this trash is possible, but irritating, and I'd rather just kill them. Yes, I'm just that bloodthirsty. And now this trash is really hard to skip. I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm not. They're right in the wrong way. You'll notice I'm saving Bladestorm. That's because I need it for the boss. Anybody who knows how the 4 Horsemen works knows how insanely hard this would be soloing if I wasn't super awesome. I'm sorry, that sounds really egotistical. I'm actually referring to an ability. The only reason I can solo any of this, some of you might be curious, is this talent right here, Second Wind. Whenever you're below 35% health, you regenerate 3% per health per second. That is literally the only reason Zalash can solo any of this. If it wasn't for that, I'd have to do all this on my Paladin or my Warlock or something. Actually, probably just my Paladin, to be honest with you. Or my Death Knight. I can do it on my Death Knight, too. But without that kind of self-healing, it is simply not possible. I need... Okay, remind me again. I really, really need... I can't believe I did that. I just wasted that. Whatever, screw it. Remind me to buy food when I hearth here in a second. Can't do a Nixia. Air phase. I can do I, but it's really RNG heavy. I'll describe that in a moment. Sunwell, actually, supposedly they made it soloable recently. I have not tried since they did. I actually want him. Get back here, you coward! Really want to get as much damage in as early as I can here. Because Blamo and Zeliek are going to start hitting me pretty hard in a second here. One down. By the way, I have soloed this achievement on Zalash, by the way, where you kill all four within, like, 10 seconds of each other, whatever. That's insane. And I'm not doing that, because, yeah. And now we're going to start doing this. Alright, let's go, let's go. Come on. Made it. Of course, I'm still going to get hit by Zeliek, but I can handle just Zeliek. Come on. Unlike the last two, these won't move. They just stand there. There is no way to get these two to move from their spot in this particular iteration. Somebody asked me another question about raids, which I don't have time to go look at right now. Damn it. I need like someone who's in Battle.net or something who could like relate questions to me so I can answer them. Because I'm playing in full screen. And time. Not even going to look at the loot. Doesn't matter. I need to go to Plague next. Alright, Reliquary of Souls. Reliquary of Souls is my most hated boss fight, especially given how many times I have to face her. You'll see that when I get to my Black Temple run. She is, without question, my most frustratingly irritated raised boss. Now that's speaking from a now perspective, but even in the day, even when we were doing Black Temple, that was just a frustrating fight. I forgot to Blade Storm. Whoops. Whatever. Whatever, I was fine. I can save the Blade Storm for the multi-gargoyles pull here in a second. Other than that, my most hated would be Syndragos at 25 heroic mode. She is the most insane fight I've ever done, and we had such a hard time with her. For anybody who knows that fight, I assure you... Well, I shouldn't say I assure you, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anybody who doesn't, it would actually take me several minutes to really explain all the reasons why that fight is just ludicrously insane. You'll notice I'm not actually bothering to kill those slimes. I'm not going to. These gargoyles are funny. Sometimes in raids we'd actually fail at killing them in time. Just because our DPS was so terrible. Oh no, it's not the easy guy. Even in the time, this guy was pretty easy as long as you were good at dispels. Of course, people out there are like, well wait, how do you handle dispels? I handle them by just eating them. It doesn't just kill you like it did back in 40 man. It's just some damage. Not bothering with the ads, they despawn after he dies. At least I think they do. It's actually been a few months since I've soloed Naxxramas. I used to do this quite a while to get a few pieces of cosmetic gear I wanted, and then I completed it. I got all the gear. Oh no, I was also doing this for the pets, when the pets came out. But, again, then I got all the pets. Timer. In my opinion, which raid dungeon do you find most overrated? I'm sorry, could you define overrated? I know that's a weird question, but help me out here. Like, everybody loves, but I don't kind of a thing, I guess, is what you're thinking. Or I think people make too much of a fuss about it. A positive fuss, I should say, because that's kind of important. Oh god, people are requesting Sunwell. I have... Okay, I'll put Sunwell on the list here. Whoops. Sunwell. Question mark, because I'm not sure I can. Of course, I put TOC in question mark too, but hey. Yep. Still in combat with those slimes from earlier. I don't think they're ever going to catch me. You'll notice I'm letting my health get down really far here. And that's actually bad. That means I'm going to have to pause now. And I can't eat, because I'm in combat. So whatever. Brave strats. This is how I do Hagen solo, by the way. This is probably really boring looking, because I'm just sitting here trying to optimize my DPS output. The problem is Decrepit Fever, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem if I rage manage properly, which I am doing pretty good on so far. Get him into execute range. Oh, okay, that works. And there's execute range. I suppose I should have like tilted the camera so you could see that that's the dance going on over there to the side. Time. Alright, so, okay, Pax is doing something awesome for me. Everyone please say thank you to Pax along with me here. Thank you, Pax. He is actually going to pop onto BattleNet and relay questions for me, which is really cool of him. So thank you, Pax, again. So I will start getting caught up on questions in just a minute here, hopefully. I'm going to take a second to look at the chat. Not worth it, too much effort for the reward kind of thing, Naxxramas. Oh, that's easy. Molten Core. Molten Core. I am so goddamn sick of Molten Core. The only reason I'm doing it tonight is it was requested. I have learned to hate that dungeon. You do Molten Core for 6 months in a row on a guild that doesn't know what it's doing. You will also hate Molten Core. I really shouldn't have done what I just did. This is actually a bad thing. He may get me. You'll notice he has a ridiculous amount of health, 6.7 million. I also cannot heal on this fight. It's actually, I can heal for 90%, but fortunately, they give you this, the spores. Fungal Creep, critical chance increased by 50%, and abilities cause no threat. Now, I already have a ludicrously high crit chance, so that pushes up at us up to about 70-something% crit chance. So we're gonna actually blow a lift goal down here and just crit. Yeah, okay, I can't spare the time to look at a chat during this fight. I gotta optimize. Sorry, guys. Oh, another one. We're gonna go ahead and get that. Bang. And after this, we will be doing the Spider Wing, which is gonna be a joke compared to everything else I've been doing. That's gonna be the relaxation fight, and then we're gonna do Saffron, which is going to be fairly easy. And then we're going to do Kel'Thuzad, which I'm a little worried about. Pax, poor Pax, when he and I were duoing this to get his tier 7 gear for cosmetic, he kept dying because Kel'Thuzad, if there's a second person in the room, will hit him with this ice block garbage. I can't remember what it is. Pax can probably tell you a little bit more in detail than I can because he's been hit by it. And time. There we go. Refresh on that. Did I hit the timer? Yes, I did. And, yeah, it sucked. Okay, where am I? Arachnid, northeast. I'm still in combat with those slimes. They're literally never going to catch me. I'm going to hearth out of here, and those slimes are never going to have caught me. Alright. Let's try and avoid these. Don't care if they aggro, though, because those ones aren't going to, no matter what I do. Okay, I'm going to take a moment to glance at chat. Reliquary of Souls. Oh, I don't mind. I hate the Reliquary of Souls, but nowadays I hate him a lot more than I used to be honest with you. And you'll see why when I do my Black Temple run. It'll be very, very obvious. Come on, almost there. Oh, don't stop doing that. Come on, there we go. Alright, now we blow Blade Storm, since it's going to be used on the boss as well. Now we're just going to spin this guy around, because I've got, like, no respect for this guy. This is not a fight I'm worried about. Hey, he impaled me, but I can avoid falling damage, because I'm a warrior. Isn't that great? And... time. We'll go ahead and heal off of him. We'll go ahead and kill him. He's just going to be a pain in my back. Unless I do. There we go. Hup. Hop, hop. I'm actually not hopping very much today. It's very strange. You should have seen me back when I was raiding properly. I would be the hopping healer or the hopping tank. It's how I concentrate. I think I mentioned this before in one of my random WoW things. It helped me to concentrate, to constantly be mashing space. Oh, there's Pax. Hey, what's up, dude? Alright, guys, please repeat any questions you have into chat. And Pax may or may not be awesome. He may ask me really stupid questions, because, you know, it's Pax. But he may also be awesome. Whoa, I did not mean to aggro those. That was a mistake. This is going to cost me like 20 seconds. Oh, damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Waste of time. Waste of time. You'll notice I'm not trying to drag most of these. That's because they have the yankers. I don't remember what the mob is called. I don't care. They just yank you and they go whoonk. Here, let me send him a tell. So he can just reply to me. Tell. There. Alright. This is what I mean by dragging. I'm just gonna fight walking backwards. It's not as fast as doing sideways, but it's a lot more 100%. You'll also notice I specifically haven't been blowing Blade Storm on any of these things. Okay, we got a question from Ojunix. Were you happy or hated the changes things in WoW, including skill chart, pit battles, older dungeons, man? Happy. Definitely happy. I do admittedly wish they would do one thing slightly different, and that is I wish they would give us the option to still do the old ones. However, overall, if I was to be honest with myself, I like the changes they've made, and I think they are overall net positive. Every dungeon they've gone back and redone, the boss fights have been funner, there's more dialogue, there's more lore, their quests are more interesting, the loot is more interesting, it's more optimized. A lot of people forget this, but back in vanilla, the loot tables across vanilla dungeons were wonky as hell. They were all over the place. There was no rhyme or reason to the time. And so, a lot of people really had issues with being properly geared going through... Hey, I'm out of combat. Going through vanilla. And that was a lot of the reason why leveling was so much more difficult. Well, that was one of the reasons why leveling was so much more difficult back in the day, because you couldn't just get dungeon gear and it would be good. You understand? So that's my answer to you, Unix. Next question. Go. I got this. I'm on a roll. This is awesome. I got this. Up and down. Damn it! I hate aggroing these things. Whatever. Oh, no, I gotta kill that guy because he's gonna be ranged. So any of you out there who played Warcraft 3... Oh, timer got reset. Any of you out there... No, wait. Ashia doesn't count anymore, that's right. I was really glad when they started including Crypt Fiends into the game in WoW, because Crypt Fiends were one of my favorite units when I was playing a Scourge back in Warcraft 3. I was so good with Crypt Fiends. They were almost overpowered. It was like Hydralisks back in the original StarCraft. Stupid, but really fun if you pull it off properly. Gonna try and avoid these ones. Avoiding trash in this section is actually very hard. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but they have huge aggro radiuses. In fact, I think I'm gonna aggro these guys even though I'm about 30 feet away. Yep. And they're gonna pulse aggro. I'm not gonna explain pulse aggro because that would actually take a while. Actually, no, it wouldn't. Okay, so pulse aggro. Well, no, I don't. I'm doing questions. Questions, go. I'm ready. My Zalosh is ready for more questions. And I'll explain pulse aggro later. Any other questions? Are there no other questions? I'm going to tab over to chat for like a second here, as soon as I line up this run. Right about there. Okay, tab. The vendor trash pole arm. And yeah, the split gear thing was kind of screwy. Wow, 66 people. That's really awesome. Down the list. I didn't think anybody would. Well, God. Oh, jump cap, jump cap. So, some of you may not be aware of this. There is a bug in the base code of the game that every now and again... Oh, shoot. Whatever. Within the base code of the game, there is something called the jump cap. If you hit jump at the wrong time, under the wrong circumstances, or too often within a short period of time, it crashes the game. Or it doesn't crash the game, it kicks you out. It has to do with your Z coordinate. They've been working on that bug for absolutely forever, and frankly, I don't think they're ever going to fix it. That's not me being cynical. That is me being a programmer and understanding just how insanely difficult that bug would be to track down. They may have to actually redo their entire Z coordinate forever. That's actually not my name, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. Can I explain pulse aggro? Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Oh, wait, I really need to heal first, so... Perpetual leftovers! Nom. Pulse aggro, there's two kinds of pulse aggro. There's what I call pulse and what I call reverse pulse, but that's because 90% of games that use pulse use regular pulse. That is World of Warcraft's version. If I aggro a mob, its aggro table is attached to me now, right? For every second, for every server tick that it is aggro to me, we're actually going to blow cooldowns here. For every server tick that it's aggro to me, its aggro is being spread to its shout radius, which is determined on an enemy-by-enemy basis. It's usually about 15 yards around it. So, for every pulse, that's why it's called that, by the way, pulse aggro. For every pulse, if you aggro if you aggro one guy and he runs at you through another pack that you didn't aggro, that pack will aggro you almost guaranteed. Because, whoops, time. Because of the pulse aggro. Now, some games... Whoops, I didn't mean to loot. I was trying to kill things. Some games will do... That's pulse aggro in a nutshell, and that's one of the reasons you have to be so careful with pulling. That's why, for example, if you somehow were able to aggro a mob at the end of an instance, while you were at the beginning of an instance, I know that's not really possible, but just bear with me. If you were capable of doing that, as they're running to you through the instance, they would aggro many, many, many more things. In fact, that was one of the problems with Gnomeregan back in the day. That would be because, you know, you'd aggro the alert bots, and the alert bots would see you, but it's like down in the pit while you're up top. So as the... By the way, this is kind of a cool thing here. So the alert bot would run up the pit to come at you, but it wouldn't come by itself because it'd be pulsing. So it would pull this pack, and this pack, and this pack, and yeah, you'd get to the point where you got 17 packs of mobs staring at you going, "Hi!" That's pulse aggro. Reverse pulse aggro is the opposite. And it's actually much harder to explain, and I'm not going to bother. Very, very few games to reverse pulse aggro. Lotro is a good example of that. But that's your answer. Next question. Go! Let's do this. Let's rock. I'm on a roll. Ignore, because you're stupid. I know exactly what's causing that. You're still stupid. Come on, guys. You know you want to ask me. Oh, would you love to see hang on, that unfinished where you can see. No, not really. The unfinished Karazhan thing doesn't interest me nearly as much as, oh, I don't know, the Ajol Naruub raid, which should have existed in Wrath, or the Vashir raid, which was supposed to exist in Cataclysm. Both of those, I would love to actually see, but never will. Here comes the hit! Totally misses me. Like I said, not worried about soloing this guy. So that's your answer. Next question, go! He's even life draining me and I'm just not even caring. This is kind of funny. Where am I going? Where am I going? This way. I need to go this way. Get set up for my run. Come on. Just die, just die, just die, just die, just die. You're wasting my time. Wasting my rage, wasting my everything. I am actually the Lich King. I've said this before. I wish people would listen to me. Jeez. And he actually takes a moment to fully die there, yeah. Did I hit that timer right? Yes, I did. Man, I told you this would take a while. I've been doing pretty good time-wise here. This is like 40 minutes already. Kel'Thuzad is my... Of the Scourge? That's actually a really tough question. But overall, I'm going to have to say yes. Because there's a lot of actually surprisingly interesting characters throughout the Scourge, both in Warcraft 3 and in WoW. We'll eat the Mad Brewer's breakfast. We'll do this fight drunk. But Kel'Thuzad is a very interesting, very well-developed character. I was really disappointed that he was so poorly fleshed out in Wrath, and I still hold out the tiniest bit of hope that Kel'Thuzad will have some kind of role to play in the future in the story. What raid didn't happen in Wrath? That would be Ajol Nerub, I think is the name of the overall thing. The whole... Okay. Whoa! Right, I'm drunk. What we have now is like, An Kahet and Ajol Nerub. Oh, this is a great time for questions, because I'm going to be really bored for this. But there was going to be a whole... there was an entire zone that they had built. You can actually see a lot of it as you're going through those dungeons. They have it in the background because they didn't feel like wasting the terrain work, which I don't blame them for. And... stretch. So that was supposed to be, you know, an instance, like a dungeon, I'm sorry, a zone, an instance, and a raid, and we got nothing, which is very much a shame. Now, I missed a question here. What do you think is the biggest spider in WoW? I actually agree, the one in the Burning Crusade Desert, in the Wastes, oh, what's that place called? Bone Wastes. I agree, that's the biggest spider. I don't care about the PvP. Yes, I actually PvP more than you'd think for someone who doesn't like PvPing as much as I do. I haven't really done it lately all that much, because I prefer PvPing with friends. But I did quite a bit of battlegrounding. I actually did arena-ing for a while there, as I think I mentioned earlier. Two-man team. Although I've done five-man teams as well, of course. I used to do world PvP back before Battlegrounds existed. Mostly in the Barrens, because I was Alliance at the time. Yeah, I've actually done a fair amount of PvP. In fact, I had, what was it? Knight Commander, I believe, was the rank I'd gotten up to before they got rid of ranks. I was actually really proud of that. For those of you who remember just how insanely psychotic it was getting ranks back in vanilla. That was on Alliance, obviously. Why is Twitch saying you're playing Classic WoW? Probably because I just pushed in World of Warcraft and didn't actually care that much. I admittedly normally don't care about which game I put for Twitch, so I just put in World of Warcraft and hit enter, and it was just like, you got it. I didn't know it actually differentiated based on expansions. And I'm caught up! More questions, because I'm really bored. I hate Phase 1 of Kel'Thuzad. Even in the day, oh, I'm sorry, even in the Wrath day, this was boring. In the 40-man day, this is insane. And very difficult and lots of coordination, but in the 10-man day, this is just boring. What do you think we would have seen in the Vashir raid? Oh, yeah, okay, first of all, the character you play as, semi-spoiler alert, the the Naga woman, I can't think of her, actually, they never give her name, but they do mention her title, the Battle Maiden, that's her name. We would have seen the Battle Maiden, for sure. We would have seen more of Ashara's plot and what she's been doing. They were going to have, Neptulon was going to be there. And, you know, because of that whole spoiler thing in, oh, what's that dungeon called? Shoot, I can't bring it up. Where's my dungeon journal? Hang on just a second, I'm just gonna stand here and let it eat on me for a moment. No, Cataclysm. Throne of Tides. In the Throne of Tides, you know, thing that happens with, Neptulon, the Tidebreaker, or the Tidebringer. I've still got like 40 seconds left, this is ridiculous. That, would have been seen its conclusion, blah 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 blah. Next thing. What do you think? How do you think about Illidan being represented? Personally, I think he was incredibly misrepresented. Part of that, and now, okay, this may be rumor. I have never actually seen this been confirmed officially. But there has been a long-time story going around that basically the wrong writers were working on that story arc. And I'm going to start ignoring these because I got to start paying attention now. Not the questions. I'm going to start ignoring the trash mobs. I don't have a third, Zeiss. I can answer that real easily. The rest are just in the top 20. The top 20, that's my third. The next 20 games. Or 18 games, I guess. Scroll up a bit. Where was I? Oh yeah, so anyways, Illidan was misrepresented because the people writing for that particular story arc were not completely in on the lore, didn't actually realize the full extent of the character, and was mistaking him for someone he wasn't. And so that's one of the reasons they tacked on Sunwell. It's one of the reasons, it's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons they tacked on Sunwell to really actually finish that story arc. Again, that may be rumor, I don't actually know, but it would make a lot of sense if it was true, because Illidan wasn't Illidan in Burning Crusade. He was just some random bad guy with a scary voice and wings on his back. Illidan, for those of you who are aware of the lore, is an extremely well-developed, extremely well-thought-out character who has been a major, and one of the major characters in the entire Warcraft lore since forever. So, definitely irritated about that. Very much hope he comes back someday. I need to pay attention! Ooh, almost got killed there. Time! 46 minutes, 49.7 seconds. Wow. Ooh, okay. Okay, stretching out a bit, because that was actually really tense. Alright. Let's go knock out some other questions while we buy some food. Okay, favorite bit of WoW lore. Oh, that's actually a really tough one, because I love WoW's lore. It's actually one of the reasons I still play the game. But you say WoW specifically, not Warcraft, so I'm going to tell you. The fact that in vanilla they had the Deathwing thing, they had the Deathwing plot arc already worked on, they were already doing foreshadowing for the entire Cataclysm event in vanilla. And all of that arc with Nefarian, the orcs in Burning Steppes, the orcs in Lakeshire, the interactions with Onyxia, all of that from the very beginning, from the first time you walk out into the game, like the 6th quest actually, like the 6th quest you get when as a human Alliance character is the beginning of Deathwing's plot arc, and that's awesome. I think that's an awesome bit of WoW specific lore. What would it take to get you to PvP with less PvP? I don't know. Time would be a big factor. I'm not really that good at PvP anymore. I've only done a very small amount of PvPing in Mists, mostly in Battlegrounds. So I don't know how the formula has changed from Cata, where I did it a bit, and Wrath, where I did it a lot, and so forth and so on. So, do you think there'll be a Warcraft 4? Yes. Any chance for a Lotro stream? Unlikely, but at the same time, I wouldn't actually mind it. Whenever I pick up Riders of Rohan, I'll think about streaming it when I finally get my War Steed and stuff. I already answered Zeiss's question. Scroll down, scroll down. Favorite Warcraft character? Yes, I was prepared. And yes, excuse me. Yes, I played City of Heroes. I can't believe I missed that trash can. Whatever. Where was I? Okay, yes, I played City of Heroes. Decent game, didn't really catch me. Rexxar. I hate Rexxar forever, because I can never find him in Desolace for that damn Horde quest. Thank God that quest doesn't exist anymore. Favorite Warcraft character? I'm still thinking about that. That's really a tough one, but honestly, I'm gonna go with Thrall. I know that's really the expected response, but to be completely honest, he's got an awesome character behind him. He's the kind of person I really like to hear about and read about. He's got so much crap on his back, and he just keeps shouldering through, and I really like the characters who, you know, are the grass in the wind kind of character, you know? I really like that. Let's buy some food before I forget. Pound cake, because that's just completely useless to me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. Is that 40 yet? Thank you, Pax. There we go. That's plenty. Alright, we're gonna get out of this music area, because that music drives me crazy. Although, speaking of which, I know the quality on the stream is low, but just look at the ground if you can see it. There's like little inlays there and stuff, and you can actually really appreciate the detail that's on the walls, too, and the ceiling. Lots of stuff like that. Really enjoy Mist's graphics, very much not. Okay. Favorite Warcraft? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Thrall. Hey Ash, what's going on? Wrath is awesome. Incredibly off-type. Will you do another online D&D with your fan? Very unlikely. As is, online D&D is actually very stressful to do. Not that you heard me say that. And I'm trying really hard to keep up with my existing group. And I'm hopefully succeeding in that. I hope they don't hate me horribly. Actually, one of the reasons I'm going to do the pause tonight, before I do Paper Mario, is after I'm done with my WoW streaming, I'm going to go and just focus on the online group, because at that point I assume people will be on and we'll be able to actually get some D&Ding done. Favorite boss mechanic? I've enjoyed a lot of boss mechanics, to be completely honest with you. A lot of really fun ones come to mind. Basically the entire Lich King fight leaps to mind immediately. I really enjoyed Putricide again, that's Citadel. Really enjoyed a lot of the Naxxramas boss fights back in the 40-man, back in vanilla. Again, 4 Horsemen comes to mind on that one. But even what stuff that isn't like psychotically insanely hard, there's been some stuff recently, especially that's been very fun. Like the wind boss, I can't think of his name, in the siege of Naozo Temple, where he just kind of blows you across the thing, or the guy where you have to break his shield with the bombs. A bunch of stuff like that. Honestly, there's like a dozen, so... No, I do not drink coffee. It hurts my throat a great deal, actually. And even before I started having ulcer issues, you know, this was years and years ago, even before I started having ulcer issues, that hurt my throat, so I just kind of never actually got into it. Also, I don't like the taste. Any thoughts on NCSoft? I wish they would stop closing up MMOs, but whatever, NCSoft does its own thing. Ultimately, it's ArenaNet that I'm a fan of, not NCSoft, so yeah. I think Karen's death was handled poorly. However, I think it was actually a good move in net result. However, there is a caveat here. Cairn should get back up. I'm sorry, but everything in the universe supports that. The Cairn should not stay dead. Ash apparently loves me. That's awesome. My non-online D&D group has ended. However, one of the players from that group has joined the online group. The overall storyline has continued through the online group. In fact, spoiler alert, they're going to see that continuance very soon. Very, very soon, actually. Dun dun dun! Ahem. Syndragosa is awesome. If I had the power of a queue... PAX, remind me all of the MMOs I had draped together, because PAX and I used to talk about that actually a lot. We used to be like, okay, if we could just combine the elements from these 6 MMOs and just make the perfect MMO out of all of them. It was like Guild Wars' storytelling style and the solo ability, the henchmen, the heroes, and Lotro's, yeah, I don't remember either, that's the problem. We were talking about this, we've talked about this more than once in the past, but it was like, pull the excellent writing and massive amount of quest text, massive amount of history and lore from Lotro. Pull the presentation design style, the henchmen, the heroes from Guild Wars. Pull the combat engine and the overall graphic aesthetics from World of Warcraft, and so forth and so on. There were like several other elements there, and just push all those together into one game, and you would have like the most amazing, perfect MMO, in my opinion, of course. Honest opinion on the current war chief. Hang on, I'm going to spit at my mic until I die of dehydration. That's my opinion of Garrosh. Favorite Dragon Age companion? I can't think of his name all of a sudden. Not Oghren. I know you're gonna say that, Pax. What is his name? I gotta look that up now. Hang on. Helen. That's your name, Pax. Oh, what the hell was his name? Dragon Age. This is gonna bug me. Oh my god. Duncan, Ferelden, Kaelin, Logan, blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Where the heck's the name of the frickin' companions? That's all I want is companions. Oh my god, Alistair! God, I can't believe that took me that long to figure that out. Alistair is my favorite companion from Dragon Age. Aside from the fact that he's funny, he was an extremely complicated character. He had layers to him, and I always like it when characters have layers like that. Next question. Will you ooh and get Pax? Paxy Pax? You can call him Helen Keller 64, that's also acceptable. To duo commentary on a topic that we pick in a pool. I'm gonna let Pax answer that. Go ahead, Pax. Go for it. Feel free to be honest and brutal. Softened Alistair, by the way. I never hardened him. Like, ever. Ever. When? 5.4 or 3? I actually don't remember. But it is the next raid. The Siege of Orgrimmar is the next raid. And I cannot wait. In fact, actually, I want to show you guys something. This is kind of stupid. Well, I'll go show you. Just a silly little thing. See, okay. The Pandaria opening event was actually one of the most lackluster events in the history of WoW. Which is funny, because I just sing the praises of this game, yet their launch of Pandaria was just kind of so lackluster between the dailies and the total lack of a launch event. Anyways, you could go do the scenario at Thoramore, and, which I'm not going to spoil for anybody who hasn't seen it. Theramore, sorry. And once you completed it, you got this, the mini Mana Bomb, which I just kind of leave in there, and this. I don't know if you can read that tooltip. Horde Firework. Shoots a firework that bursts into a Horde symbol. I'd used one to see what it looked like. I have saved the other 9. When I first kill Garrosh on Zalash, my Horde character, I'm going to blow every single one of those into the air in celebration of the Horde. Because screw Garrosh. I don't like that character a lot. Do you think Blizzard handled Cata poorly? No. I think Cataclysm was handled fairly well. Its biggest problem was its initial difficulty in gearing up, and that was fixed. So I think Cata was done quite well. I also have to give them huge props for managing to completely redo all of Old World's quests on both sides. That's an insane amount of work. Never mind the amount of work done in redoing the terrain. That's ridiculous. So definite props to Blizzard for Cataclysm. In Neverwinter MMO, no. I am not interested in the Neverwinter MMO. What do I think about the Draenei retcon? I'm sorry, I think I caught that one earlier and I skipped over it. My apologies. I think it was fine. I actually think it works better with the lore, with the way it's working now, rather than the way it was before. And I like Draenei, so it works for me. On Kira... what? Oh, I don't get Ethereal's question. So, we're going to look at our list of raids to do. Did Scholomance, did TOC... We'll do, did I already do Blackwing Lair? I did not do Blackwing Lair. Black Temple, of course, Sunwell, because people requested. I did Nox, so I still need to do Scholomance. We'll do that with Blackwing Lair. So, let's do Sunwell. Let's see how horrible this is going to be. I have no idea how this is going to go, guys. I have not tried to solo Sunwell ever, not counting when I initially tried and failed, because the first boss was literally impossible to solo. Some people complained about Skyrim. Honestly, if I was to be completely honest, if I'm, you know, power of the queue kind of thing, I would make there be an option in the game that says, do you want the ability to fail your quests? And I'm always in favor of options, especially with regards to difficulty like that. Some people like that kind of thing, some people don't. Some people want the comfort of knowing that they can't screw up. Some people want the excitement of knowing that they can. However, I'm sorry, and in addition to that, some people are like me who like both, depending on their moods. So I would say the next Elder Scrolls should have an option of that nature, personally. However, if you're not going to give me an option, if you want me to pick one or the other, I'd say yes, fail quests, because most of the time that tends to work out better in Elder Scrolls in general. Lore we missed out on and never got answered in Cata. That's mostly the Vashir stuff. Most of the other lore was pretty cut and dry and awesome. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. Scroll up a bit, because I just got scrolled off. Will you stream the death of the War Chief? You're damned right I will! I will have everything going. The very first time I kill Garrosh, I'll either be streaming it or I'll be recording it. One of the two. Guaranteed. MOP starting event was lagging. Oh, lacking! I'm sorry. That would be... I need water. Lacking is what I meant, as in subpar, not good enough. That's what I meant, Etheru. My apologies. Greetings from Australia. What is up? Austria. My apologies. I totally misread that because Pax is just kind of pasting everything. Greetings from Austria. What is up? Nice to see you. Ashia does not count for the Witcher cooldown. Whoops, hang on, where am I at? I'm kind of losing my place here. You can fail quests in Skyrim. I didn't know that, Third. Although I've never played on... what's the difficulty you're playing on, Third? Like super insane, hard, micro, management, Doom quest? Or I mean difficulty. I've never actually played on that difficulty in Skyrim, so I will have to take your word on it. Favorite city in WoW? Dalaran, overall. I would actually, I really, really like Dalaran. I love the music, I love the aesthetic, I love the design, I love the layout, I love the efficiency, I love the lore. Definitely Dalaran. If you're forcing me to pick one of the main cities, I've always had a thing for Ironforge. Ironforge was the Alliance capital, as far as the players were concerned, for quite a while there. And, so, you know, I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Ironforge. As far as on the Horde side, scratch my head. I'd have to go with Thunderbluff. For some reason, I've always had a thing for Thunderbluff. I don't even know how to explain it. Maybe it's just because how absolutely beautiful Mulgore is. I absolutely love Mulgore. And it is a gorgeous zone, and I like the music, and I like the Taurens in lore and in style and presentation, so yeah. Any lore related to Deathwing? No. Deathwing was a complete story. If there's anything I missed in Deathwing's story, I missed it so completely that I didn't even know it. Zalosh confirmed for the next War Chief. You are damned right. Actually, you're gonna make fun of me, but there was actually my what the hell? Anyways, my sister and I had a collaboration Warcraft reimagining thing. It was the same basic setting, but we rewrote much of its history and then kept going after a certain point. In that, Zalosh, the character, who is a member of the Bastion, if that's not obvious based on her name, the Bastion being part of my overall Imperium storyline, many of you probably know what I'm talking about here, was basically forced into becoming the head of the new War Chief. She didn't want to, and she wouldn't want to. This character would never want that kind of a thing. It would be terrible. Alright, I'll get back to questions in a second, because I'm staring at Kil'jaeden. I am Kil'jaeden. I am stupid. Oh, whoop, there we go, okay. Now, we're going to pause here. I'll start the timer in just a minute, as we get caught up on questions. Save. As usual, I completely forgot to do this. Sunwell. First boss. Calecgos. Calecgos, depending on how you prefer to pronounce that. Calecgos. Second boss. I don't remember who the second boss is. Whoops, wrong button. Who's the second boss? Do you even have it yet? No, of course you don't. Second boss and Sun. Oh, for God's sakes! Now Atlas Loop's broken. Gosh darn it. Okay. Wowpedia. Sunwell. I can never remember the order of the bosses, by the way. That's why I'm just looking them up. Sunwell Plateau. Bosses. Next, Brutallus. That's who's next. Brutallus. That is going to be Felmyst. I may not be able to defeat, by the way. That's going to be the real trick here. I don't know what they did to Calecgos to make him possible. But of all the bosses in this place, the one boss that it's very likely I will not be able to defeat is Felmyst. We'll see. And then Kil'jaeden. There we go. Save. Alright. Alright. Let's catch up on questions really quick. You haven't been on WoW since the bear mount run is. Oh no, okay. The 5-man bear mount still exists. You can still go back and get the 5-man bear mount. You can never get this bear mount. Ever. This is the true trophy of all of World of Warcraft. One of them, anyways. You can never get this again. Just finished FF6. Near perfect game, I agree. If I had to pick one fault in it... Ooh, give me just a second. If I had to pick one flaw in FF6, it's the fact that it hasn't been remade yet. What the hell, guys? Proper remake, FF6, go! But no, seriously, for a second. Ignoring that, if I had to pick the flaw in FF6, I would say it is the fact that the leveling curve is actually a little bit strange. But even saying that, I have to give them credit, because a game that gives you so many options with regards to customization and character choice, you can't actually do a leveling curve proper, so... Is it true that Tauren rogues are so good at stealthing that no one's seen them yet? Yes. I actually saw once by accident. He agreed to let me live, so long as I didn't say anything. I guess I'm gonna die now. Damn it! Thunderbluff is amazing. Favorite class through Diablo 3? Oh, Barbarian. I originally was enjoying my mage until I hit Inferno difficulty, or whatever the last difficulty was. Pax can attest to this. And I just got really sick of how horrible it was at the last difficulty. But I really have been enjoying Barbarian. I got a bit of a gear infusion from a friend of ours, well, a friend of Pax's, really. And that was really cool of him, and I've been enjoying Barbarian a lot more ever since. Elder Scrolls Online, very unlikely, honestly, but we'll see. Ethereal, yes, I agree. The 5-man bear mount is kind of eh. Do I have a regular schedule now? In general, my regular schedule is going to be pretty much what I said today. If I'm going to start streaming at like 1 a.m. GMT or like 6 a.m. GMT. That's pretty much going to be it forever. The only exception to that is going to be... Well, I guess that's not an exception. This Friday and Saturday, I am going to start streaming at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Wait, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2... At 2 a.m. GMT. That's actually at Saturday and Sunday, 2 a.m. GMT. My Friday and Saturday. That's because someone has requested I stream specifically for them. And so I have acquiesced to that request. That would be the super awesome person, for anyone who's wondering. How would you like an FF6 remade with FF10 graphics? Less than I would if it was remade with FF4 DS's graphics or FF9's graphics. I have played Torchlight 1 and 2. I have not beat 2. Both are great games. Would you do a dungeon or raid for fun with any of your fans in the future? Yeah, probably. Why not? And I'm officially going to call that caught up for the moment. Feel free to keep tossing questions out, but I'm going to start the timer now. Which is going to be... Bam! Right there. Let's do it. Sunwell. God, I'm actually nervous. This, I seriously might not be able to do this, guys, so wish me good fortune. And Pax, I just want to stress you're still awesome for doing this. I do appreciate you assisting in this matter. No, the super awesome person is not on right now. She was on earlier at work. I was chatting with her, and she was requesting me. I completely screwed that up. But that's okay, because it worked out in the end. No big guy. Everyone, please give a heartfelt thanks to Pax, as I have, for being awesome. I'm very hesitant to give away my Battle.net tag to anybody, ignoring the fact that it actually has my name on it, amongst my many nicknames and whatnot. The other thing is I don't really know if I want to be, I want to hop on and see 15 people who are like, hey! I don't know. I'll debate that. I know nobody asked that. It's just something I've been thinking about a little bit on the side. These really hurt, by the way. Did you see that? Yeah. That's the Hunter ability called Slaying Shot. Yep, that actually finished me off. First death. The Hunters in this, you have to either stun lock or focus kill when you're doing this properly in Sunwell, because they have that Slaying Shot ability, which does percentage damage. And it does percentage physical damage. So yeah, that's always an issue. Glance at the chat for a second. If you try to add my email, actually I refuse flat to add real ID friends. I have always refused. Ever since they allowed the battle tag thing. If you want to add my battle tag, I'll consider it. But if you try to add my Battle.net email to a real ID, you will get a no in response. 100% of the time. You can ask any of my friends. I do not have anybody in real ID at all, ever. Screw real ID. Also worth noting that real ID is actually wrong in my case, which is mainly why it irritates me, to be completely honest. You actually cannot beat Felmyst before the phase is activated, Ojunix. It is impossible. She will get to 1 HP. Okay, you were there, Pax, admittedly. You're not anymore, because now you're on Battle Tag. Felmyst, you will get her to 1 HP, and then she'll get up and do her air phase. Because she's a bastard like that. I'm just glad they undid the battle tag thing. Or the real ID thing, I should say. Now, I really want to be dodging more of these. I've been getting bad luck so far with the position of the scouts and the patrols. There we go. So hopefully I can make it through this section. Ojunix, I'm sorry. If they've changed her fight since the last time I did this, which was in Kata, I freely admit that might be possible, but even with a full 25 raid of 85s in raid gear, crushing her to 1 HP, like a good 40 seconds before she hit her phase change, She just sat there at 1 HP the whole time. Now, I think I can skip these. I'm not 100% on that. I can't skip... Well, no, I could probably skip those two. Yes! Perfect. Whenever you're speedrunning, the more trash you can skip, the better. Especially in, like, the Eye, for example. By the way, I will not speedrun the Eye, ever. That is such pure RNG garbage, and I hate it. And in case anyone's wondering, I'm talking about the Kel'Thuzad fight. Because he does this mind control thing. I don't know, you could have glitched it. Like I said, I will not attest 100%. This is based on my information in the past. Over an expansion ago now, so... don't know. It is also possible that when they redid Sunwell to make it soloable, when they changed how Calecgos works... I don't even know how, by the way. I don't know how they changed Calecgos. We're both going to find out together. So, we'll see. Anyways, when they did that, they might have done something with Felmyst. I don't know. I like the music in here. Very appropriate. It's got this sort of morose tone to it, you know. Very sad, very grieving. Very appropriate for the Blood Elves. One of the most maligned races. Probably the most maligned race in the game, actually. Now, this guy used to troll raids a lot. And you're probably thinking, oh, that boss? No, that guy right there who just kind of pops into existence right there. Because he's got his low render radius. Oh, I love map maps too. Very well designed. Very beautiful. Alright, here we go. Let's see what Calecgos does. I'm really kind of curious. I'm just gonna hit him idly. So, I'm not even sure I should kill him in this form, or if I should just wait until I could go inside. I really don't know. I'm just kind of idly doing my thing, because I don't see any portals showing up yet. Just kind of hanging out. Not really DPSing that hard. Screw it, let's see what happens. Let's kill him. Oh, okay, so it'll just warp me in here now. I see. That's kind of cool. No, I know how to do the fight in the Deogenix. They changed it. Actually, they changed it this patch, the most recent patch. So I was curious what they changed it to, because I haven't come back and done it yet. But apparently I just kill Calecgos and they warp me in, and then I kill him, which is kind of cool. This guy hits a lot harder than Calecgos does, but that's okay, because I'm fine. Yes, that's Calecgos' mind, or heart, or whatever you want to call it, onto my right there. Is that it? Yep, that's it. Timestamp. Then Calecgos is going to yammer for a bit. We're going to keep going. Oh, favorite place just on sightseeing. Dozens! Dozens! I talked yesterday or the day before about my preference for aesthetic over graphical quality. World of Warcraft's, a lot of the zones are, in my opinion, genuinely gorgeous. I know the graphics are very old and have aged considerably, but in my opinion, there are still zones I just love going to and just being like, oh my god, like, okay, just for example, Westfall is a good example of that, for example. Damn it, Ojunix, I've probably been a raid leader longer than you, shut up. I'm just messing with you, I'm just with you. No, I will never do a Bioshock 2 Rumination, and I sincerely doubt I will play Infinite. To continue, Westfall is definitely a favorite of mine. I'm very fond of Dún Marog. I love the way that the Twilight Highlands look. I like how Arathi Highlands look. I enjoy, what's the name of the place? Shoot, hang on a second. The Eversong Woods. I'm just going to look at this. This will make it easier. I love how Vashir looks. Pretty much all of Northrend I absolutely adore, but if I had to pick one, I would probably go with Ice Crown and Storm Peaks. Storm Peaks is one of my favorite places to just stand there and look around and just in awe. Over here in Kalimdor, excuse me, we've got, let's see here, Durotar always has a special place in my heart. Ashenvale, despite the irritation of the old world way it was set up. Tanarus is definitely a big one. All of Pandaria, and I say this sincerely. If you asked me to pick a single zone here, I would say all of it. Every single one of these zones has its own distinct look, and it's beautiful. And of course, we've got Outland, Netherstorm, Hellfire Peninsula, Shadowmoon Valley, Nagrand. All of those are incredible. But Hellfire Peninsula, if I had to pick one. Favorite obtainable? Oh, the Frost Drake, the 25-man Frost Drake from Citadel, without question, without hesitation. I'm not only extremely proud that I did that when it was new, but it is the mount I've wanted since WoW came out. Since before there was the concept of the possibility of having the Frost Drake as a mount. So, definitely that. Yes, they do, Ojunix. In the quests, they explain what's going on with Whitemane and with the Scarlet Crusade in general. Or, I'm sorry, the Scarlet... whatever, in general. Okay, kind of worried about this. So, here we go. See how this works. This guy just hits really hard. Actually, this guy was the guild breaker during this particular era. Don't mistake me, Ma'uru is much harder, but that's not the point. Only the really good guilds got to Ma'uru. This guy was insane when he first came out. You can see how hard he is just destroying me here. I'm actually going to blow that cooldown now, because he's about to do Stomp, yep, and that's going to start hurting a lot more. Oh, jeez, I'm up to 3 stacks. I may literally not be able to do this. We're gonna be weird. Weird strats go. Okay, that got rid of that, but didn't get rid of the rest of it. That's not cool. Oh, I'm up to 4 stacks. This is insane. Okay, I gotta treat this like a race. That's the only way I'm gonna get through this. This guy would make an Ultralisk cry. Oh, come on, heal. Heal. His next bit hit is going to kill me. I don't think I got this. Yep, there it is. I'm dead. Whew, okay. I'm not sure I can do this. We're gonna try, though. We're gonna give it one more try, at least. Whew. Yeah, that's a pure on no really DPS race with one person, because he's just gonna keep stacking and stacking Meteor Slash until he can one-shot me. No, Second Wind makes things possible. It doesn't make things easy. It makes things possible. There's the difference. That's one of my big things. Is something overpowered or not? Well, does it make it easy or does it make it available? Available. Okay, then it's not overpowered. Shut up. Gonna go ahead and heal up a little bit. Oh god, Pax. Okay, so they changed the way the Reliquary of Souls works 2 patches ago now. Before that, it would... Okay, anybody who knows the Reliquary of Souls fight knows that in the second phase, the second face, Desire, will just start spamming Spirit Shock at you, right? And there was no cooldown to using Spirit Shock, it was just on a random timer. And if they got off the buff, which increased their casting speed by 200%, you would have trouble interrupting it. So, sometimes Pax and I would go there. When I was farming the Bulwark of Azeroth that I mentioned earlier. Whoops, hang on. Bad positioning. By the way, in case anyone doubts me, Bulwark of Azeroth, right there, Bulwark of Azeroth, that's thanks to Pax and Janine, helped me get that. Anyways, she would get the buff off, and Spirit Shock, and then Spirit Shock me, and then Spirit Shock me, and Spirit Shock me, and then she would go kill Janine. And then she'd Spirit Shock me, and then she'd go kill Pax. And then she'd just kind of Spirit Shock me forever while I couldn't die, because she could not out-damage Second Wind. And when I say not, I mean literally. I mean, we'd sit there, like, the first time for, what was it, 5-10 minutes? Oh, for God's sake, something like that. Some ridiculous amount of time. Just kind of laughing as I'm standing there completely immobilized because I can't move, because I'm Spirit Shocked. And I have nothing to get out of that type of ability. It was a disorient. There's nothing I can do to get out of a disorient. And so I'm just disoriented forever, and she can't kill me. The entire fight was paused. The only way we got out of that is I had to Alt F4 the game until it finally kicked my character from the world. Yeah, that was that was how that kind of ended up happening. Now nowadays, now I can solo Black Temple because they changed how the reliquary works. Thank God. There's a cooldown now on her using Spirit Shock. Now there's another issue with the reliquary, which again I'll show you when I get there. But yeah. All right. I don't know why I do that. I do that every time. Okay, do you think it'd be cool to camera side? Yeah, yes. I think that would be the most efficient way to get the old dungeons that don't exist anymore into the game again. And it would also be kind of cool to see some of the old missions again. I actually like pretty much all the Caverns of Time things, so... Wish me good fortune. Because I actually kind of started a little bit suboptimally last time, so we're going to do this time. This time. Go full tilt right off the bat. No pulling back. No nothing whatsoever. Just full damage mode. Complete race. Not going to try any tricks. Not going to try anything. Oh my god, this guy's way too much health. I may literally not have the DPS to kill him in general anyways, never mind before he kills me. Now and as a warrior with Second Wind, you want to save your health cooldown until you get down to the point where Second Wind is ticking in, because then your Second Wind ticks will be bigger. Just a little bit of a FYI thing there. Oh god, this is not happening. This is literally not happening. And that just ran out, so we're gonna do this now. Oh my god. Yep, I don't think Sunwell's happening, guys. What's funny is if I had a healer, just one healer at my back, I'd have this. Well, okay, that's actually not true. Well, no, yeah, I think that's true. Because then it would give me a little bit extra time to DPS, and I wouldn't be at, 20% health right now. I'd be like, Yeah, my healing is just barely keeping up now. I'm not making it. I'm not making it. I'm not even getting an execute range. Unless I do something really tricky. Ah! Nope, didn't work. Didn't work. Yep, Sunwell's over. I can't do it, guys. Sorry. Not even gonna keep trying. No. Release. So, next attempt. Yeah. I remember PAX. Okay, next attempt, or next thing, is going to be Scholomance. Someone requested I speedrun Scholomance. That's going to be kind of funny. 5-man, so this should be like a 5-minute, 10-minute speedrun. But we'll see what we got. I am not doing heroic, by the way. I'm not insane. No. What best class can you pick and what? Oh, okay, I understand your question. Paladin, Death Knight, Warrior. There's your answer right there, boom. Death Knight actually first, then probably Paladin, and then Warrior last. Warlock should also be up there as well. Alright. I'm not even sure I should make a timer for Scholomance. What do you, let's go ahead and do it. Why not? What bosses are in Scholomance? Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button for that. Scholomance. In Mists, technically. There's a bunch of bosses, oh my goodness. Druid actually has a little bit harder time soloing things than you'd think. But if you are a feral druid, yes, you could definitely do it. So I'd probably put feral druid after Warlock or tied with Warlock personally. That is just my personal experience. Let's go ahead and go to there. That's a good spot. Okay, so bosses. What do we got? In Scholomance. Edit. Scholomance. It's not Schoolomancy. Actually, I don't know what the proper pronunciation is. I actually know quite a few people who used to get very irritated and angry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About the proper pronunciation of Scholomance and would get really, really, like, angry about it and getting big, massive arguments about it and everything. It's just like, guys, dude. Calm down a little bit. And then Gandling, easiest boss in there. Save. Alright. Which legendaries are fun to work yet, and which are a chore? I can tell you 2 chores here. Without question or hesitation. Ash, Thunder Fury, and Sulfuron. Those were just chores to get. Azeroth, chore. I still haven't gotten it, enough said. I haven't gotten even one. The one from Naxxramas 40 was actually really cool. The one in Ulduar, I can't think of its name, very cool, and Shadowmourne in Citadel, very cool. I don't have personal experience with the one in Cataclysm, so I can't speak to that. And, I don't have any... I guess the legendaries and mists I do have experience to, since I have them. I mean, there it is, right there. In case you're wondering, it's in my axe. I have not gotten the helmet yet, because I don't have enough people to kill the pseudo-raid boss yet. In fact, that's this quest right here, Change of Command, High Marshal Twinbraid. Still stuck on that step. But, either way. Yeah, you hate to have that you would throw... Oh, I agree. Corrupted Ashbringer would have been awesome to get, at least until they got rid of Old Scarlet Monastery, because that little extra cutscene was very cool, and it was a very cool-looking weapon. What's funny is I'm actually really bad at German pronunciations. Like, really, really bad. But I've been calling it Scholomance since I first saw it. So, I don't know. Shrug. By the way, I was talking about zones that are awesome to look at. The one I just went through. That's one of the ones I mentioned very much so. Beautiful zone. Love going through that. I guess I can actually go to the chat. Pax, take a break for a second. I'm actually on the chat while I'm in a flight panel, so I'll just respond to stuff myself. Oh, I know. Getting that on a death net would be really cool. I think that would be really fun. Oh, stretch. Apparently Ashia has a question to Pax. Oh my god. I'm gonna look at it too. Oh god, it's horrible. It's the worst UE I've ever seen. Actually, I've seen a lot of people who do these kind of UEs. You'll notice I don't. I don't have the structured UE. I have a very free-form UE. That is pure preference. So, that's just kind of how I like to do it, you know. It's very strange, but it's my style. Pet Battle is awesome. Pet Battle is one of my favorite features in Mist Pandaria. That's not a joke. I think it's really, really fun. I love what they've done with it. I love what they are continuing to do with it. I love how they keep adding pets. I love how they keep refining it. I mean, for God's sakes, there's a reason I have 293. And it's not just because I had, you know, all those once upon a time. Because I had tons of pets. I really, really like the Pet Battle system. Hylisk, that's awesome. I'm glad you're getting to enjoy Link to the Past, and I'm glad that people out there are enjoying me, just enthusing about things that are awesome. You know, games are awesome. Let's talk about it, right? The types in Pokemons are unbalanced. It's that's kind of debatable. I would say they are only unbalanced when you get to a PvP mindset, and I mean actually challenging other players. Ooh, hang on a second, I need to adjust position here. There we go. I would agree that they are actually unbalanced. Oh, hey, check it out! Oh, I can't think of his name. Ah, well. Big worm guy. Can't think of his name. Used to have such a hard time with that. Anyways. But I don't think they're unbalanced as far as enjoyment of the game. I don't think it actually detracts from the enjoyment of the game. And I like that as each generation comes by, it gets easier and easier to do cool stuff, interesting strats, you know, fun stuff with unique Pokemon, rather than just always picking a powerful Psychic and blowing everything away. That's just me, though. Raid normals or heroics. Back when I raided with actual people, I shouldn't say it like that, and not LFR, both, but primarily heroics. And I can prove that, because here's my proof. I'm on it right now. Where am I going? I'm going to Scholomance. There we go. Alright. Opinion on Transmog. Love it. Absolutely love it. Not exactly the best transmog system I've ever seen. That would probably be Lotro. But absolutely adore it. Obviously, since I have a whole transmog suit here. Hi! In fact, I also have a... Actually, oh wait, I haven't transmogged this yet, have I? Damn it. Well, I have a tank suit that I need to transmog, and I haven't yet, because I'm stupid. Whoops, wrong thing. There we go. But I love the transmog system. It's kind of funny because I predicted it. You can ask any of my friends about this. The reason I have all those gears still from all the old days of the stuff you can't get anymore way, way in advance before transmog ever existed was because I predicted transmog would exist someday, and I saw it in Lotro, and when I saw it in Lotro I was like, oh wow, I was going to do that at some point in time. And at some point in time I'm going to be able to actually look cool with whatever I want to, so I started holding on to gear. And that's one of the reasons my bank is so crammed. I'm surprised Mist isn't on sale yet, to be honest with you. But tell you what, you could do what my friend Pax is probably going to do. Wait until the next expansion, and at that point in time, it will go on super sale. It'll be like $5 or something. I disagree, Ashia. I actually have really good luck in LFR. However, I do have to add a caveat. I am pretty sure the reason I usually meet cool people in LFR and have no problems with it is because I usually raid late at night, my time, which is like when the Australian people are on and when only people who are actually, you know, gamers are on. I miss the crowds. I also don't LFR on the weekends. That's very important. Whoops, I'm on heroic mode. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I can't do that. Yeah, okay. We're gonna do a really quick run here because we're doing it normal, because I can't do it heroic. Or if I could, I'd have to be in take mode. It'd take forever. So, let's see if I can beat 5 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes, guys. That's my goal. As soon as I'm loaded, time. Let's do this. Don't care about the quests. I've already done them anyways.
Class is now in session. Class dismissed. I can never.
This is also a really cool boss mechanic that you won't see, because I'm going to beat it too quickly. But her phase 2, she makes this giant ice wall appear on one side of the room, and it just kind of starts slowly advancing on the other side. It's a timer kind of thing, right? You have, if the ice wall reaches you, it kills you. But I just think that's a really cool way of doing it, this slowly advancing wall, you know, the FF4 thing, basically. Whoops, I forgot to timestamp her. Ha! Oops. I'll answer questions again in a second. I'm actually paying attention now, again.
Take some real stones.
Timer. Actually remembered that time. That's a new record, 2 seconds. Now this room is... Okay, do I agree with Blizzard and all the players?
Deaths only serve to empower my summoner. What's the matter, boss? Getting tired?
I am actually completely of two minds on that, to be a little bit honest with you, about the old and getting the super uniques. As I've espoused several times, I'm very proud of having the bear mount. I really am. There's no joke here. But that being said, there are several mounts I have that I would not have had if I did not have the ability to go back and get them. Because I went back after, you know, not in that content tier. The Iron Drake is the Iron Proto Drake is a perfect example of that. We did that during Citadel's tier of gear. So I'm of two minds of that. I like the idea of there being a way to say I did this awesome thing when it was hard. You know, an absolute way of proving it. No, I never got the Immortal. A good example of me never getting something like that. Oh god, this room is so gross. Ugh, I always feel gross just going through this room. Anyways. But yeah, I like the idea. I wish there was another way. Is really what I'm getting down to. I wish there was another way to say, hey look, I did this when it was hard, as opposed to just having the item at all. Oh, am I lagging? I am lagging. I'm dropping frames. That's strange. Give me a moment. Let's close this. Let's close this. Not sure what's going on there. Let's close Chrome out entirely. There we go.
I can't fight him.
By the way, yeah, you can actually skip her phase 2 if you beat her phase 1 quickly enough. That's actually true in Heroic as well. Anyone who's curious. Anyways, I wish there was another way to do it. I do enjoy the idea of going back and getting those things, not because I want to be like, oh yeah, awesome, but because I want it, because it looks cool. I want it because it's something that, you know, gives me some kind of enjoyment, you know. I like it because it looks cool. I like it because I want to have this particular item on this particular character, and this character isn't as geared as my hard character, or my main character. So I want to do it in time. There. Does that make any sense? So, overall... oh, come on. You kidding me? Now, I'm running out because Blackwing Lair is next, and... Oh, my Hearth is up. Screw it, we'll just Hearth. Now, I missed a question there. No, Ashia, thank you very much. I am still very pleased with getting Undying. And honestly, Yeah, you know what? I actually agree with what Grote just said. Using titles, I'm a little bit more okay with the idea of using just titles as a way of saying I did this when it was hard. Keep the mounts as something anyone can get, because that's, you know, that's not just cosmetic. That's cool factor. Keep the mounts, keep the items, keep the legendaries, but make it so titles are only available at the time. Something like that would be cool. Because I've got several titles that you cannot go back and get right now. Several. I've got like 6 or so, I think, at this point. But ultimately, it is a very A and B thing. I very much understand both sides of the argument, you know what I mean? And so I can't really say I'm on either side myself. And what Ojunik said is not a bad idea either, but kind of misses the point, you know. I personally would not want the new bear mount, because I think it looks kind of bad. I would not bother to go get it. But that's just me. Now, we're going to do Blackwing Lair next. Hopefully we won't suck so much on Razorgore this time. Oh, by the way, for anyone who's curious, my Scholomance time was 3 minutes 14.8 seconds. Burn. Of course, that was normal. I think Eve is a massive grind, incredibly impressive, astonishing, especially from a social and cultural perspective, and there's a lot of things to it. I'll never play it again, ever. But it is very much a impressive, interesting, and engaging game. Yes, there are hints to the next expansion. Oh, excuse me. There are hints within the lore to the next expansion. There's like a 90% percentile chance, I'd say at this point, that the next expansion is going to be on dealing with the Burning Legion's return. Almost guaranteed. That could be debated, but that's just my opinion based on everything we've seen and everything they've been working on. So, by the way, that would be the Prairie Cat, ironically enough, it brings up one of the points regarding why the Burning Legion is a good candidate for the next one, because, you know, the world map is quite filled in. All the terrain is here except for the Goblin Islands at this point, which are over here, I believe. Anyways. Oh, wow. Eve turned 10 years old. That's actually really surprising. Eve was one of the very few MMOs that survived and indeed thrived in the post-WoW era. That's an achievement by itself. Eve, Guild Wars, a couple others. Alright, open. Sargeras might make a return. However, I guarantee you Kil'jaeden will be making a return, since he's not dead, confirmed in the lore. What am I looking for? Blackwing Lair. Blackwing Lair. There it is. So last night, for those of you who missed it, I uploaded it to YouTube, of course. I managed 17 minutes, 10.1 seconds on Blackwing Lair. So I'm hopeful to beat that time. That's my goal tonight. Almost all of the reason why I screwed up on that, I could do micro miniature optimizations in order to make that better, but ultimately my biggest problem was Razorgore. The problem, Ryan, there is a RNG factor in Razorgore many people either don't realize or don't think about. When you are when you're doing the fight and you're controlling him, it is literally a 50% chance, if you're on one side of the room, as to whether or not the enemies will aggro him or you. If too many enemies aggro him, the fight is over, basically, and that's what happened to me last night. I ended up dying because too many of them aggroed him. This way. Sargeras' body was destroyed and his essence was banished. We don't know what that means exactly because, you know, we haven't really dealt with the Titans yet, so... Now, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I imagine Sargeras will never truly return in WoW, but he will return in Warcraft 4. That's just my opinion on it, though. I'd use the Bulwark of Azeroth, which you'll be seeing here in just a second. Definitely my favorite shield. I also lost some time because I forgot to switch in before doing it. Which was this shield right here, by the way, the one I've got out here. Let me switch to here. I love this shield. Whoops, whoops. Bad camera angle. There we go. Return. Do you think we'll see Lady Ashara? Probably. Pretty exciting once you get into a big corporation. Yeah, I could never get into the Eve Corporation thing, but I definitely am really amazed by them. Stretch. Okay. I got this. No. Archimonde was the stronger, Kil'jaeden was the smarter. That was the distinction. And we, as usual, we start the timer at the beginning of the instance, so as soon as I'm ready to start running, that's what we're doing. Bam. Why don't I have an F key? Oh yeah, they got right. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Whoa, that was bad lag. That was in-game lag. That really messed me up. Come on. Oh, I really screwed that up. I really screwed that up. Scheiße. Yeah, that was really dumb of me. Fleck. I may not actually beat my time now. Oh my god, this is... God damn it. So we're going to be doing this really unoptimized now. Like, really badly. So, whatever. This is going to suck. I may still beat my time if I don't die. But I think I just screwed it up for the week. See, I was talking about this the other night, or just last night. WoW speedrunning in raids is a lot more intense, a lot more hectic, because of the fact... we're actually going to do the slightly different route than last time. Because of the fact that you get the once-a-week chance. You know, I have just screwed up my chances at doing a best time in Blackwing Lair for the week. And I am rather upset about that. The good news is, because I'm on this side of the thing, I'm not getting damage early on, because, you see, they're all aggroing me, because I'm on this side of the room. Now that I'm on this side of the room, we got that coin flip thing going on. Hopefully, I will get good coin flips. See, that one went away, and that one aggroed me. Right there, 50%. That one went away, that one aggroed me. You'll see the soldiers do the same thing every now and again. God, I did really badly. I'm such an idiot. Come on, I could get 2 more in? Nah, probably just one. One more. And then we're just gonna reset it ourselves. On our own terms. Chung. Come on. There we go. God, I used to be the egg breaker, by the way, when I did this in the raiding guild, Titans of Azeroth. And then I used to be a kiter for the dragon spawn, when I did this with the not raiding guild, which never actually beat the boss. Only thing I don't like about Blackwing Lair and Molten Core and a lot of the older raids, they don't have good music. If you guys were listening during like Naxxramas, TOC, etc., there's awesome music playing. Here it's just the generic background music that's not really dissimilar from the overall. I'm gonna die. This is... we'll do it this way. Yes, I have Gawa. It's actually way harder to do than it sounds. There's a reason Tassers do it better than speedrunners do, because you can actually do frame input on timing a lot better than, you know, just eyeballing it. You know, I might have this. 3 more, come on. Come on, I really don't want to die. I've already screwed up my time so badly. Come on, 2 more. Come on. It's a shame his health doesn't stay at 20%. That would really speed this up. Gotcha. Now we work on him immediately. Because he's going to do War Stamp, and he's going to do Conflagration, and they're both irritating as hell to a speedrunner. Because all they do is waste time. And I'm in tank suit, so I can't really do the kind of DPS I'd like to. Because I have to be. Oh, thank you. Yes, do Fireball Volley. That's fantastic. No, don't... This is Disorient, by the way. I mentioned this earlier with regards to the Reliquary. This is just... all you get to do is live with it. Oh, for God's sakes. And then he stuns, which I don't have anything to break me out of. There we go. I probably could go get the PvP trinket to break me out of stun. But, yeah. And... Come on, you're up. Just bleed to death, you bastard. That was an improvement of 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Awesome. Very awesome. Actually, I think Illidan would return to... I think Illidan would return. I actually hope he would return in general, regardless of the Burning Legion. But that's just me. Yes, I did every now and again.
You are persistent, aren't you?
Okay, I'm getting just weird lag tonight. So I apologize. I'm actually doing kind of bad here. Because of that lag. It's messing up my timing.
Get up.
I probably should have talked to him first. Because I gotta wait for this little cutscene here. Now, if I do this right, I did this right last night. I want to kill him before he puts the thing on me. Because if he puts the thing on me, I die. Nothing for it. Absolutely no way around it. But if I kill him beforehand, no worries, no delay, just boom.
I beg you, mortals, flee! Flee
So.
before I lose all sense of control. The black fire rages within my heart. I must release it!
What do we got? 18 seconds. I can do this, I can do this.
Flame! Death! Destruction!
How's my upload rate? I'm still dropping frames every now and again. I apologize, guys. I don't know what to do about that.
I must fight this!
All cooldowns. Every single one of them. Blow everything. Gotta kill him now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Execute, execute. Go, 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 go. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, thank God, made it. That was close again. That was actually worse than last time by a full second. I am really dropping frames. I'm not sure. Actually, I do have a good idea why, but... Anyways, I saw a question up there somewhere. I think, she's actually mentioned in one of the books. She tries to, and fails, to take over, Darnassus, and tries to kill Malfurion, because she's an evil, horrible person. So, yeah. I hope she is now dead, but she has not been heard from since. Oops, there we go. Yeah, I hope this part of the video won't go into La La Land too. I kind of want to upload this. Now the slow section. God, I am really lagging. What the hell is going on? I lost 1 second of time on Vaelastrasz. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh well. If you're talking about my hotkeys, that is actually just Bartender. Bartender 4. Very simple, very plain. Very boring. I just have it set up that way. I have read some of it, McLollipop. Didn't like it. What are you making fun of, Bex? There we go. Very good, very good. I'm doing worse on this one, too, than I was last night. I'm probably going to get a better overall time, but a lot of my segments are probably going to be worse, because I'm just not doing well here. No, not yet, Pex. I'm going to do it when I get to the boss. Get rid of all of them in one go. I got one more charge in me before I hit the boss, and it's going to be to that guy. Actually, I could pull him now and just start fighting him now. So let's do that. She was always screwed up in the head. Especially if you pay attention to the way she just acts and talks and deals with everybody in Warcraft 3. Ah, damn it, just die. You're wasting my time, just die. Timestamp. Yeah, that was much worse, wasn't it? I'll check in a second. Where's my timer? Oh, good, fire mode. This might actually be quicker, though. Get him right here. Still not blowing cooldowns. I need basically all of them for a Chromaggus. I do need all of them for Chromaggus. God damn, I'm lagging. I know what I'm going to do to fix that, as much as I hate to. And time. Damn, that was a terrible kill. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I agree, Puricat. The scaling... I mentioned earlier that I think LFR was a great idea, but it was not what I suggested way back in vanilla. The scaling is what I suggested. That Lotro does now. Pretty much copy-paste, really. They were listening to me. Let's see here. Now, this fight's just going to be irritating, but not too bad. Or, not this fight, the next fight. No, it is this fight. Whatever. Still not going to blow cooldowns. Really need those in a second. Because I can out-DPS his heals without cooldowns. Just like that. Timer. Damn it. Every single one of these is slower except for Razor Bar. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, guys. Maybe it's just because the server isn't shutting down on me in like 4 minutes. I was really pushing last night. I think it is possible for Illidan to be redeemed. I do not think it is possible for Kel'Thuzad to be redeemed. However, it is worth noting that... Hang on. There we go. That was suggested by someone on one of my comments. I don't remember who, unfortunately. Okay, give me good luck. Give me good luck. I'll answer the question in just a second. I'm really gonna pay attention to this, and I'm really gonna poke everything. She was trying to guide the Night Elves to what she believed would be the true path. Okay, that's a good one. Wait, no, that's a bad one. That's a terrible one. Whatever. Time. At least I didn't die. This is gonna suck. I'm slowed down. I've got the 10-minute slow buff on me. Oh my god, you bastard. Well, my Nefarian's gonna be slower, I guarantee it, but my Chromaggus kill was quicker. That's always good. By, looks like... 1.9 seconds. Very nice. Anyways, she was just trying to guide the Night Elves to the true path of where they should be and all that garbage, because she's an idiot and psychotic and insane. Kel'Thuzad could be redeemed, theoretically, if it was always kill Jaden, is basically where that would come from. I don't think they're going to, personally, but that would be how they could and would do it. Yes, I thought I answered that. Yes, I do use, or did, I should say, use background music every now and again. A friend of mine had one of the players had his laptop up, and he would use it, and yada yada yada. We're actually going to do this a little bit differently, because I've got this slow debuff. We're going to fight them, like, right about here, instead of up by the door. Yes, the pasting is extremely handy. Whenever I start doing this for real, aka after certain events have changed, I plan on having my laptop over here right next to me, and I'm going to have my laptop with the stream up and with the chat up, and I'm just going to look over at that, and that will be how I keep up with things. And anybody who's wondering why I don't know that, do that now does not understand just how strained my internet is, just keeping up with just World of Warcraft and, you know, the chat and, whatchafig by itself. Streaming, uploading by itself. Now we're just gonna kind of dance around a bit with these guys, because why not? Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And let's blow it now. I think the narrative translates very well, but I have to add that they did not actually get good about really getting the story into WoW until Burning Crusade. Well, they didn't really get the story all that well into WoW until the Burning Crusade, and then it didn't actually get good until Wrath, and ever since then the story has been a very strong element of World of Warcraft. So it took them a while to get used to what they were doing, but once they did, it was awesome. God, I'm gonna have to fix the lag problem, especially for Black Temple. It's gonna be a lot harder than this. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I've already not beaten my best time, haven't I? I'm already behind. Freaking slow. Whatever. Ah, no. No fears. I'm a warrior. Can't hear me. Time. Man, we're gonna turn the sound off again. What did I do? Grand total of 2 minutes, 23.1 seconds faster overall, even though only 2 segments were actually quicker. That's Razorgore and Chromaggus. Wow. So let's save that new best time there. Sorry, that's me with the mouse here. Let's do this. There we go. Anyways. That's because people are stupid, Ojonix. That's my answer to that. I don't feel like dealing with people like that. Those people are stupid. End statement. What does this do? What's this change? That's not going to change anything. Can I have both? Oh, I'm good enough. G. There we go. There we go. Alright. Sorry, I hate to sound so rushed, but I get so many people who are just like, oh my god, you don't understand. They ruined everything. WoW is going down the toilet, and it's gonna go free to play, and it's gonna suck. Cause WoW sucks. And I just get so sick of hearing it. I hear it so constantly, it drives me batty. It probably wouldn't bother me if I'd only hear it like once now and again, but if I actually was to browse the forums, for example, regularly, even when I'm just looking for random WoW news, I cannot get away from people being like, ah, yep. God, it drives me crazy. Anyways, okay. Oh, good. The debuff went away. Yay. Alright, stretch. Okay. Now, somebody asked for Hyjal. We're actually going to do Hyjal first. Yeah, I agree, Naxxramas. No apologies, Ojonix. I'm just explaining why it pisses me off so much. It's not like I'm just like, you know, I hate everything. I get tired of people complaining, especially about stupid things. So much. Well, okay, Kefka actually went on drugs once, and the net result was some bad times, and that's why we have complainers about WoW now. Now I'm actually going to stop streaming for just a second. This literally will just be a pause. I will be back in like less than a minute because I'm going to lower my KPPS. I figured out what's causing this latency issue and why I'm dropping frames. So I'm going to do that. I will literally be right back.